What's
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of 1v200. So, for anyone who's maybe a first timer, this show is an interview style show where I just interview people that are important to me in my life, and I've just been going through friends and family, and then eventually get to some people from the online community, and yeah, we just answer a list of questions. They're the same list every time, but I mean, everyone has pretty different answers, and there's some deep questions, there's some lighthearted questions, there's pretty much everywhere in between. But this is part two, as you can see it from the title, that Chris had put me in the hot seat. So I already had one go around where I answered some questions. We didn't make it too far because I like to talk. I'm a talker. I can get going.
I like it, man.
Start running my mouth. But
as I said, man, I like it because a lot of people can really get a feeling for who you are. And I mean, me and you do so many shows together, and obviously I've known you for a very, very long time. But even some of these questions, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah. You still learn things about people.
Yes.
Learn
Absolutely.
Every day. Yeah, so this is my co-host, Casablanca Kid, aka Chris Scott. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. I'm excited to delve back into part two of this.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug for this episode, since I know that's kind of your...
Yeah, usually I have a recommendation. I kind of figured that I kind of did it in part one. I mean, one of the things is I'm just kind of like showing off some things. So I'm slowly going through all my artwork and things that I have that I want to get framed and put in my background. So my next one I want to do this sick picture of Yoda that I got from Comic-Con. It's Yoda killing a stormtrooper, which is awesome. So
that is amazing.
And I got it actually signed. So the sad part is why I want to frame it is when I moved into my new place, the box was somehow got a little wet, so the bottom of it got a little wet, but you can see the signature from the artist there.
That's still awesome.
There. Yeah. So I got that, and then my next one I want to do. So when I went to Comic-Con, I was able to meet Rob Schneider. So me and Shannon, we got to meet him. We got to talk to him. Not real long, 5 minutes or so, but he signed my poster here. So he had the other ones pre-signed from his comedy tour, but he had yet to sign it. So that's
sick.
Yeah. So I got Adam Sandler, David Spade, and then Nick Swardson and Rob Schneider there, which is awesome.
All those comedy gods on one poster.
Yeah, right. And this was a real limited time thing. They don't really tour all the time like this. So yeah, that's a pretty unique thing. So those are two of the next things I want to get framed. So that'll be up soon. But
that's awesome.
But yeah.
So since you're showing off stuff, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So this was supposed to be for Valentine's Day for my amazing wife. As those that really know me, apparently it's hard to see this thing, but it's Snoopy in Woodstock. It's a pop figure.
Oh, nice.
Peanuts. No, I absolutely love Snoopy and Peanuts. Yeah.
With the dog.
And as she said, I would definitely squee and yeah.
That's awesome.
Such an awesome Valentine's Day gift.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you would have loved. So when I used to live in Utah, my parents decided to theme our bathroom for me and my brother Aaron. We had a Peanuts themed bathroom, so we had the shower curtain. We had a little cover on the toilet. We had
what?
We had rugged, and there was all, and all of it said Joe Cool on it. So it was
that's so awesome.
It was all Joe Cool themed, and then you had little kind of little wallpaper things with all the different Peanuts characters all over the bathroom, which was pretty cool. I kind of missed that. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun to have growing up.
That's so cool. Well, diving into things about growing up and things about you, I think that's a perfect segue into our next question.
Yeah. So let's pick up where we left off.
Name some of your favorite things you've ever done or favorite experiences.
So kind of
right?
Well, it's a tough one because there's so many things to choose from. One of my favorite things that I absolutely love to do, and I'm sure that you probably done it too, Chris. It's like seeing concerts at the Knitting Factory in Boise, and then waiting outside for the bands
Oh yeah,
to go into their tour bus. Like there's a little spot where you know they got to come out at some point, so you want to wait for them. You want
like
to
it,
get a
man.
picture
Yeah.
or an autograph. So I did that for Sum 41, and like he was actually super nice. He had a whole different kind of persona, that a lead singer, Derek Whibley, and he came out with the bass player and the drummer, and like they're a lot more kind of calm and like just kind of like just calm and just kind of, I don't know that.
Wait, so you got their autographs?
So I got some pictures with them, which was awesome. So yeah,
Dude, it's Sum 41. Sum 41 is like my Fat Lip, dude. I remember listening to that whole first album like over and over and over again, man.
Yep, yeah. That's like,
Dude,
like
I'm
totally
jealous, man. Yeah.
like totally a representative of our high school days. Yep.
Yeah.
So I did that for
awesome, man.
for Sum 41, and then I also did it for the band Neon Trees, and so I got to meet them, and they actually stuck around for like 20 minutes, and we just gotta just like hang out and just chat with them and stuff. They were like super cool. They're even telling us some of their history and like how they all met and all that stuff. So yeah, that was really cool.
Oh yeah, dude, I met so many bands after shows at Nig Factory. That place is incredible. Like one of my favorites, meeting Drowning Pool. I got to meet them. Got photos of the lead singer. Got autographs on things. Got to fist bump the lead singer. Well, the rapper from Atmosphere. Got to fist bump him. One of my favorites. Save and Abel. Got to meet them. That was incredible. Got to meet Boba Flex. That was awesome. But yeah, I've met a lot of awesome bands there.
Yeah.
Like way too many to name right now.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of some of the other ones. I've probably seen one of my favorite bands of all time, Reliant K. I've seen them at least 5 times in concert.
I saw the band Queensryche 7 times at that venue, and it might have even been when it was partially the Big Easy before it came to Nitty.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah,
I think so.
I forgot about that. I used to call it the Big Easy.
But yeah, and one of those shows I actually got to meet the lead singer, which was incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yep, that's like when I got to meet Reliant K, and then the time we got to meet them, they actually had the band Owl City open for them. So like Owl City's like, they're a fun band. They're nothing I'm like super thrilled by that, because really the whole band is just one lead singer and then a guy on a keyboard and a little like percussion kind of stand thing, because the lead singer is like he has a computer and he's doing some kind of DJ stuff too while he's up there. So like, I mean, it was fun, but like definitely Reliant K though is like one of my all-time favorite bands. Like I love that band so much. Like I've listened to them since middle school. Like yeah, so that's definitely one. And then probably some of my other favorite experiences. Definitely going to Disney World. I went to Disney World about it was right before I left on my mission. So it was about 2005, and we just all went down to Florida with my family. We stayed in my grandparents' timeshare, so it was like a really amazing resort on this private lake, like a lake golf resort, which was like really cool. And then yeah, we did that, and then also on my senior trip that I went on with my friends Mark and Shay, and then also Ben Blessing. So we went all over Utah. So we just like pretty much like covered like the whole entire state. Went everywhere. Went to my family's cabin that we own. And we stayed there a couple of nights, so that was fun. Me and Shay got one of the biggest fights we ever had, because I think she was on her time of the month or something, and she used to like she's always been kind of a goody two shoes, and I love Shay. She's awesome. She's one of my best friend, but she did not like our choices for music while we were driving. She kept turning it off. She kept turning it down like really low. We're like, this is a senior trip, crank it up. And every time I'm like, don't touch the music. And like we literally got into like a screaming match. I'm like, do not touch this the rest of the entire trip. This is my vehicle. I'm driving. We're gonna have it loud, and that's just the way it is. If you don't like it, then too bad. So, and that was back like really before like really MP3 players and like iPods, all that stuff became very popular, and so you had to burn CDs. So we had our like traveling mix that we've been like put all our favorites on there that we could rock out to. So yeah, we did that. But eventually we worked things out in about a day. We were fine, but I mean, but and then we also on the trip we went over to Lava Hot Springs, and we went there before they did their big remodel. So we have pictures of like what the old Lava Hot Springs used to look like before they remodeled it. So that's kind of cool. And then also some of my other favorite experiences, definitely going to Salt Lake Comic-Con. Just like, I mean, like you walk into that place and it's just like never ending booths. Like you can look one way and you can't see the end of it. You look another way, you can't see the end of it. Then you go around the corner and there's a whole nother wing that you can't see the end of it. Then there's multiple floors of like just like never ending things to see and doing like people to meet comic book artists, and there's like celebrities and you can get autographs and photos. And it's like a good, well, I wouldn't say good place, but it's an easy place to go completely broke. Because I walk in there, I'm like, I want every single thing that I see here. Like I want it all. Like seriously. So probably in at my first Comic-Con, I spent well over $1,000 there. Like it was just like crazy. There's like so much stuff. So when I went a second time, I really had to try and budget myself because I spent way too much money the first time. So I'm like, all right, I'm giving myself like a $200 budget, and that's it. And I got to hold strong to it. So, but it's also that because the photo ops cost money and all of that.
Oh
so,
yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then you got to get food. I mean, so many people like I forget what they call it exactly, but it's like kind of like the like Comic-Con zombie mode where like you just get doing stuff like all day long. You're just looking at booths and seeing all kinds of things, and there's like games and things to do and like people to meet and stuff that you literally forget to eat. And so people are going all day long. They're getting dehydrated. They're like there'll be people fainting. There'll be people that are just like not taking care of themselves, and because they're just so like wrapped up in everything that's going on. So you definitely got to remember that stuff. So yeah, but like definitely I loved experiencing it with a lot of different friends and family. So my first time I went with my friend Sam and Audie. We went down actually our first 2 times. Then I went down once with Mark. So that was a lot of fun. And then I went another time with my wife Shannon, and then her daughter Lauren, and then her daughter's adopted sister. Her name's Chloe. She's awesome. Like Chloe's super outgoing and like really gets people to break out of her shell. She'll go up to random people and just start having conversation and talking and just like be the life of the party. So that was fun. And also that same trip, my 2 of my brothers got to come to it. My brother Trent and my brother Cade, they came too. So that was awesome. So that's definitely one of my favorite experiences. But yeah, that probably covers that. So
okay. Let's see. Whoa, wow. And favorite movies.
Okay, so for this one, I got to bring up a little chart. So I use I use this chart that's called Foot Chart that like shows my favorite movies.
Oh my god!
I added a couple honorable mention because like this is a very loaded question for me because I
was gonna say me and you, dude.
Yeah, so I could go over. We'll probably name like hundreds of movies that like just keep going.
I feel like you can just do a 2-hour show dedicated to Jordan's favorite movies, like the movies you absolutely should see, and if you haven't seen them, there's absolutely something wrong with you.
Yeah, right. But But I narrowed it down. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly, just because there might be kind of a lot. But there's a couple
go for it. No
honorable
worries.
mentions though. I have Napoleon Dynamite as like kind of like a little bit of an honorable mention. I have Office Space and Employee of the Month, like the one that's like Dane Cook and
Oh yeah.
For some reason, that movie's kind of more like a guilty pleasure. It's not a movie people really like really talk about that much.
I like that movie a lot.
It's like so freaking hilarious, especially
Yes.
Dax Shepard in that movie. Is just he is so funny in that movie. And then you have Efren Ramirez who played Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite, like Vote for Pedro. So,
yes.
like, he's in it as
That's right.
the little sidekick guy, which is awesome. And actually, I got to meet him once. So Efren Ramirez, it's a little quick side story. He came to Boise because he actually does DJing on the side. So it was a DJ down at China Blue, and he did like a whole night there. Yeah, so I got to go and hear his set, and then meet him afterwards, which is awesome.
It's Pedro. Are you flipping kidding me?
Yeah, right.
Seriously?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So
Oh.
that was a lot of fun. But and this is actually my official. So I'm gonna go through it quick, but it's official top. My personal top 25 actually in order, because like I actually have my this just tells you how obsessed with movies I am. I have my top probably 300 movies actually in exact order from my least favorite to my most favorite. So, but I'm just gonna do 25 here quick. So starting with 25, you have Spider-Man: Homecoming, because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. If you can't,
movie's so good.
If you can't tell, yep. Yeah. So I have that one on there. I have The Empire Strikes Back. I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I have X-Men 2. So there's going to be a lot of comic book movies on this, but then Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi one, because I love what they did with like Doc Ock and all that.
Yes.
Then I have Dumb and Dumber on there, because that's one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Such a great movie.
Yep. And then I have Captain America: The First Avenger on there, and then I have Spider-Man: Far From Home, because it was the first time we were going to see Mysterio on the big screen, and I thought that they did an amazing job. Jake Gyllenhaal killed it. So,
absolutely incredible as Mysterio. Oh
yeah. And then I have Mad Max: Fury Road on there, because of course I have my Mad Max poster back there, so I got some love for Mad Max. Movie. And then Thor Ragnarok, Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. It probably slightly edges out Return of the King for me, just because I love Sam's speech at the end. It's just an amazing.
Yeah.
Like I get chills every time I hear it. So, and then John Wick for sure, that's on there. And then I have John Wick Chapter 3. So I like John Wick 1 and is my second favorite. John Wick number 3 is my favorite. John Wick 2 I really liked, but I like 1 and 3 personally just a little better. So
I agree. John Wick 2 was all right, but it wasn't as foul as the first. But at the same time, for us to get what happened in the third, we had to have it. Yeah,
right. And then I have Jurassic Park, because Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movie going experiences that I've ever had at the theater. That I remember that my parents went and saw it, and we used to live in a little town called Draper, Utah, and so we had a little just one screen little movie theater there. So they went to go see it, and then afterwards, like they came home just like remember they were just like talking about it over and over, and they were just blown away by the special effects were just groundbreaking for the time, and they even hold up still today. And so they said, all right, you got to go see it. So I went to go see it, and then immediately after I saw it, I went back the next day to see it a second time because I was like so blown away by it. I'm like, I got to see this again. So
such a good movie.
Yep. So I got Jurassic Park. I have Return of the Jedi, which is my favorite Star Wars movie. Then I have Back to the Future, Captain America: Civil War, just because it's based on my favorite comic book story of all time. And then Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is my favorite Harry Potter movie. I have Avengers Endgame, which like blew me away. Like it was amazing. I have Back to the Future Part 2, which is my favorite of the series. Then I have The Matrix, which for so many years The Matrix was my favorite movie of all time. But then I saw my number one movie, which is actually the movie Logan. So that movie just absolutely blew me away. It's my favorite movie, hands down, of all time. Just like from the very first trailer, when they had that Johnny Cash music playing for the trailer, and the whole movie has vibes of an X-Men movie, but also has vibes of like a Western in there. There's like so many like themes that you get, and then the performance from Patrick Stewart is just like almost as good as Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman maybe edges him out slightly, but I mean, he's right up there.
Unbelievable performance.
Yep. So yeah, those will be my favorite movies. So I'll just kind of
awesome
stop right there.
All right. So, favorite guilty pleasure or underrated movies?
Yeah. So for this one, I have a little smaller list, but I wrote down some of my just kind of movies that like people don't really talk about, or maybe people might think they're even bad movies, but I just, for whatever reason, I just love them. So one of the first ones I got to mention is the movie Kung Pao Enter the Fist. That movie is like both the dumbest movie and the funniest movie I've ever seen at the same time. Like that movie, like, oh man, when I first saw that, I was just like crying laughing. So it has Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul.
Really?
Was his brother. So like his brother is the lead in the movie.
Okay.
And it's like one of those kung fu movies that's dubbed into English, but the hilarious part is that they give all the big strong tough guys like little girl and like women voices, and then they have all the women like super low manly voices. So like it's pretty hilarious. But and then also too, I always talk about the movie John Carter. I absolutely love John Carter. I don't care what anybody says, that movie just blows me away every time. And then I have Mystery Men on there with Ben Stiller. That's one of my guilty pleasures. The movie Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser. That's
yes.
Yep. And I have the movie Kung Fury, which is actually, so they're making a sequel to Kung Fury. So Kung Fury is actually a movie you can find on YouTube actually, and it's like one of those kung fu movies that's so over the top. It's literally about a guy who goes back in time to the time of the dinosaurs, so he can wrangle a T-Rex, brings the T-Rex into the future, and gets all kinds of futuristic weapons. Then he goes back to the time of Hitler, so he can have a dinosaur with like laser guns to go hunt down and kill Hitler, which is like
what?
It's amazing.
I've never seen this movie.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
freaking amazing.
Now I gotta watch this ridiculousness.
And actually, I want to look. So like Kung Fury 2 is actually going to have a stacked cast too.
What?
So the second one's coming to theaters. Yeah. Hang on,
coming to theaters.
Yeah.
Was it just originally a YouTube movie?
Oh yeah. So it was originally a YouTube movie, and it got so much success and like so many millions upon millions of views that they're actually going to make it into a legit big screen movie. So the sequel is going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be in it. They're going to have Michael Fassbender in it, and then I think those are the two main leads. So they're going to
awesome,
be in it. But yeah, but to gain the attention of like big stars like that, you also have. I'm trying to see. I've seen her in some stuff. Alexandra Shipp. I want to say. Oh, I don't know. Oh, she was in X-Men Apocalypse. She played Storm. That's who.
Yeah.
So it was. So yeah. So she's in it, and then also they have David Sandberg, who is I don't know if he's his brother or they're related somehow, but he's related to Andy Sandberg from Saturday Night Live. So, and like he's the main lead of the whole thing. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, and the guy kind of like looks like if anyone's ever played that old kung fu game that was on the NES, the really old school one where you like go on like a side scroller and you have to like karate kick all these guys and
yes,
kind that kind of looks like that, like the main character. So yeah. Yeah. But let's see a couple other guilty pleasure. So I have the movie 21 with Kevin Spacey and
I
Jim
love those
Sturgis.
movies. How can you hate those movies?
Yeah.
Or hate that movie?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I love all these movies. I just kind of consider them a little underrated. Like they kind of like flew under the radar a little bit.
Right.
Not too many people talk about them. So I also have the movie For Richer or For Poorer on there with Tim Allen, where they have to like go.
Yes.
Go like in disguise as an Amish couple, but they're totally not Amish. They're not even used to that life, so they're from the big city, and it's just hilarity ensues. We'll just say. And then also have the movie Bringing Down the House with Steve Martin and Queen Latifah. That movie cracks me up every time.
Oh yeah.
Especially when Steve Martin gets out on the dance floor and he's trying to act like a gangster and he turns his hat sideways and he's doing a bunch of gangster dance moves. Yeah. And then I have the movie Chips on there. So the one with Dax Shepard and Michael Pena. If you have not seen Chips, oh my gosh! When I first saw this movie, I was laughing so hard I literally couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. So it's a remake of the original TV series, and like there's just so many moments, especially watch it. I don't want to give it away. I'll just say that there's a bathtub scene that you got to look up. That like what happened like right before Dax Shepard gets in the bathtub, and it's like, oh my gosh, one of the funniest things I've ever seen on screen.
I've never seen Chips, but apparently it's on Hulu. So let's see.
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
You got to check it out for sure. Yeah. And then also I'll have the Rookie of the Year. That's like just one from my childhood.
Such a great movie, dude. I will never forget meeting him in person.
You got to meet him. Oh man.
Yes. Got to meet him. Got his autograph. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Seriously.
What his name is, because he literally competed in the Schmodown too. He's in a couple of Schmodown matches.
Oh really?
Yeah. So his name is
Ian Michael Nichols, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Was that right?
You were close. Thomas Ian Nichols is what it is. Yeah.
So the fact that I was even remotely in the ballpark is
right.
is amazing. Okay.
But
it's a Christmas miracle.
Yep. Right. It's a Festivus miracle. But one of my favorite scenes from the movie though is like when he first goes to the doctor's office and he's like trying to test it out and he like smacks the doctor in the face and he's like, funky butt loving, and they're like, did he just say funky butt loving? It's the best. But yeah, I mean, if you ever we got the Penguins, nice. But if you ever have a chance to look up the Thomas Ian Nichols Schmodown match, he literally comes out to the theme song for Rookie of the Year and he's dressed in the same uniform from the movie. And
he has the uniform.
Yeah, yep, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll cover that one.
How about favorite books?
So my favorite books, this one I might be able to go through a little faster probably. I probably don't read quite as much as I watch movies, but I do a fair amount of reading. So probably my favorite author of all time is Rick Riordan. So he's a fantasy writer. He writes the Jackson series. So yeah, he's like by far my favorite author. But I also love Michael Crichton too. He's one of my other favorite authors.
Michael Crichton's amazing. Spear is such a damn good book.
Yeah, Sphere.
The movie Spear was okay. Book. It definitely was not as good as the book. And also Timeline. Right. That movie was a pile of garbage. Okay? That book was flippin' incredible.
Yeah, the book was amazing. And I just like seeing Paul Walker in Timeline. That's really the only reason why I really watched it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like he has so many awesome books. So it's like he has Timeline, he has the Andromeda Strain, he has Dragon Teeth, Prey, Micro, Westworld. He also wrote the original Westworld book. I totally forgot about that. He has Congo, Airframe, State of Fear, The Great Train Robbery. So like he has so many like amazing books. So yeah,
he was an amazing writer for sure.
And I even read his last book right before he passed away. They kind of wrote half of it, but he had the
one. Loved it.
Yeah, the Pirate Latitudes one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
How did I not know you were also a huge? See, so this is something new for me. I did not know you were a huge Michael Crichton fan like myself, because I was so excited when. Or wait a second, no. Dragon Teeth was the one that was not quite finished. About him working on the bones and finding the dinosaurs in the. I loved that book.
Yeah, that's so good. And but even was amazing as Jurassic Park is, like even the Lost World, like the books are even better. Like it's just crazy. Like especially like I remember reading the Lost World. They did not do the movie justice, and I love the Lost World. Like I think the Lost World movie is great, but the books just like even like way better. Like it's it's so good. But
you get to basically just pretend like the movie is itself and the book is itself, because they are totally different animals.
Yeah, right. And one of my other favorite authors is actually Robert Ludlum. So he wrote all the Jason Bourne series. So like I've read, so I own about probably like 6 or 7 of them, but I've only read the first 4. So I just really finished reading through the Bourne Legacy. So
that's awesome. I love Robert Ludlum. One of my favorite series he did was called A Covert One.
Oh yeah.
I love those books. And God, but he did so many other books that were just ridiculously good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited to kind of get into some of the Jason Bourne books that they haven't done any movies on yet. Like they go way past the movies in the book series.
They do, absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, those are my favorite authors, probably. So.
All right. So, favorite magazines or comic books?
So, let's see. So, for comic books, I actually have a little note for comic books too. I just have a top 10, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Actually, it might be a top 5 only, actually, but let me see.
So I'm eating chocolate right now.
Oh, it's all good. I just finished eating some mac and cheese pizza. That's like my own personal creation.
I'm so jealous, dude. That stuff looks basically like crack.
Yeah, it
looks so good.
Amazing. It's pretty easy to make too, but let's see. I hope I can find them here. Hang on, sorry, I got to kind of search for it because I had my other note up. So let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so my favorite comic books are. I don't really have a favorite magazine. I used to have a subscription to Entertainment Weekly because I like seeing all the spreads they would do on different moods, and they get some movie news, and even now to this day they get some like movie news and movie scoops before even a lot of websites get it. So they'll have some like
interesting
some information on like some casting news and some upcoming movies that where like they're the exclusive ones to like first break the story about it. Yeah, but let's see. So my favorites of all time are definitely the Spider-Man series Kraven's Last Hunt, which is like an amazing series that like I can't wait to see them bring Kraven to the big screen eventually, because I think they'll eventually do it. I don't think that it's going to be in this next Spider-Man. Maybe like the 4th one possibly.
I'm so sad. Yeah. I wish they would have brought Kraven into this one, because it's like Kraven is literally one of my favorite. I already showed this on the last one. Really, I just lost Reptile. Sorry. Another one of my favorite villains as well. I love Reptile. I love the comic run with him. But my Kraven Hunter.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because on Kraven's Last Stand, you really get to like dive deep in like into the mind of Kraven and kind of see what makes him tick, and kind of you get to see that like he's just so obsessed with just hunting down Spider-Man, because every single hunt that he's ever been on, he's always been able to catch his prey, and Spider-Man is the one that's always eluded him for years and years. And I don't want to like spoil it too much, but this is like a slight spoiler. Like near the end, he's like so distraught by it that he starts contemplating suicide. but they then he just can't bring himself to actually get Spider-Man, and it just is driving to the brink of like he wants to be dead. so yeah.
So I actually have Marvel Tales with Kraven the Hunter.
Okay.
Which is
his
nice. First appearance, which is really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a pretty cool comic book to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the other comic books that they always like to give a little shout out to is a comic book that's called Chew. So they're actually we're getting ready to make an HBO series on the comic book Chew, and I think that they still are. I think they're gonna have Karen Gillan, the one that was was in Jumanji, and then she was also played what's her name from Guardians of the Galaxy, the robot with the bald head thing. Yeah, so that's Karen Gillan. So she's going to be in the adaptation of Chew. I don't know if she'll be the main character because the main character is a male, but like basically Chew, about this guy, he's a detective, and how he solves cases is that so like we first like learns about it because he goes on like some kind of a case, and like a little bit of the victim's blood splashes into his mouth, and he realizes that when it goes into his mouth, somehow the way for him to just like see all the history of that person, so they can see everything that ever happened to him, and get all these details for his cases, and so he's able to solve all these cases. So going forward, he'll just go to all these murder sites, and he'll just go up and like he'll just take a little like nibble off of the like dead body, and the people are looking at him like, don't do that, like that's weird. But like they're like, no, like it really helps me get all the insight, and finally everybody learns that like that's how he works, and that's how he does it, and so it's pretty interesting. Kind of a unique kind of story. Yeah, and then also I have the Deadpool comic. It's Deadpool number 11. It's called with great power comes great coincidence, and basically like it's one of the funniest comic books that you'll ever read in your life. It's like basically Deadpool going into the Spider-Man universe and just totally like effing with Peter Parker over and over and over again, and like just like really like harassing him a lot. But hang on
your phone, sir.
Yep. Yeah, so I gotta pause it real quick. Just one quick second.
Go for it.
Hello.
Hey guys, so while we're talking about great comic books, I don't know if I talked about this the last one, but I absolutely love Batman: A Death in the Family, which they did an okay movie version of it, but really isn't that solid. So read the comic book. I know it's an omnibus. It's incredible. And I recently read Deceased Batman. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Seriously, one of the most incredible comic book series I have read in a while.
So I hate to really do this, but actually, so my I was going to mention it up top. My wife's been pretty sick, and so she's actually coming home early from work. But what we can do though, we're going to put a little pin into this, and we're gonna have a part 2 and then a part 2.5. So I just got to go and.
All right, buddy. Sounds good, man. No worries.
I'll be back, and we can pick up right where we left off after I just run in and pick her up. But real quick, I just wanted to just finish out this question real quick. So I have 2 other comments that I wanted to give a shout out to. One is the Marvel House of M. So for anyone who's watching,
I've never ever read that at all in my life. So when I watched the episode with you and your sister, it was kind of a spoiler for me. I kind of knew she was kind of going a little crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in the episode with my sister Emily. I did a little recommendation with that, so I actually have this comic book House of M. I won't go too far into the storyline because I kind of talked about it on there. But basically the show WandaVision is based on the House of M comic, and everything that happens in that show is loosely based. That in the comic book they don't really do like a sitcom thing. They kind of take it in a bit of a different direction, but I'll kind of leave that up to anyone who wants to read the comic book.
But I am really, really liking WandaVision. It's so good.
Yeah, like it's super unique, and then as the episodes keep going, like they keep getting better and better and better, like revealing more things, just like slowly.
Yes.
Like what the heck's going on? And then if you've seen the most recent episode, there's a really cool cameo at the end that like blew my mind away. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't think I've seen maybe the latest episode because the last one I saw, I can't say anything because people are still watching the show.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
that like will literally blow your mind away. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
and then my favorite,
yes,
my favorite comic book of all time is actually Marvel Civil War. So, I own the main trade paperback for Marvel Civil War, but like the thing that I love about Marvel Civil War, so they had Captain America Civil War, which is the movie that was based on Marvel Civil War, but that comic book spans so many issues, and like literally like it includes every single Marvel character that's ever existed in the Marvel universe. Like every single one's in there, and each one of them has their own side story, and you can like literally buy different comic books that's like a story. Like if you want to know what Deadpool's up to, if you want to know what Hawkeye is up to, you want to know what like all the X-Men are up to, you want to know what the Fantastic Four is up to. There's like literally a separate comic book for every single character, and it was like really cool storylines you can read. So like it's definitely like a lot to read, and like yeah, it's a lot of fun. So
hey man, so the next question I have for you is what/who makes you laugh the most?
Oh, so this one for sure has to be my brother Aaron. Like he just makes me laugh so much, and like really like my family in general. Like we just have so many like either inside jokes or like we just laugh at like the most random kind of nonsense things that like
you do
like, really like to like other people like it wouldn't even seem like funny at all. They'll be like how is that funny? But like for us, we'll just start just laughing. We'll have those moments where like we'll just start laughing, and like we'll just keep laughing, like we can't stop them. We're like trying to keep a straight face. We're like, all right, you got to keep it together. But then we just keep laughing, and like we'll be laughing so hard we can't breathe, and like literally like we'll laugh over like someone like mispronounces a word or something, and then it's like 10 seconds later, everyone's rolling on the floor laughing. Like it's just it's just funny. So yeah, like some reason like growing up, me and my brother Aaron, we had this thing about the color light brown. I don't know what it was, but that always made us laugh. And it's just a random kind of off the wall thing. But they're like, yeah, like what's your favorite color? Oh, I know what it is. It's probably light brown, huh? Like you know what that means, light brown. Think about it. And like we just be like cracking up laughing. And it's like just like the dumbest thing, but it's just like
that's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome.
But like but then besides that though, like probably like definitely Chris Farley. I think he's one of the funniest human beings to ever walk the planet. So yeah, he always makes me laugh. Recently I've listened to a lot of Brian Regan. Like he always makes me laugh.
Brian Regan has a new comedy special coming out February 29th, I believe, for Netflix. Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't even know that.
Rocks.
What? Oh, what? Yeah. I didn't even know that.
Literally just saw an advertisement for it. And no, we're not sponsored by Brian Regan. If we were, that would be incredible. Just saying.
Well, like he just has this kind of persona about him where like he just kind of has the way that he speaks. He's just like, he's like, oh, what are you doing today? You gonna get a snow cone after the baseball game today? Or like just the way that he talks and like he has a certain way of just like saying things. Like when he talks about the U2, he's like, all right, you have a nice flight. Oh, you too. If you ever fly somewhere someday, you too. And when he says it to the cab driver, he's like, I'm an idiot. Listen to me, I'm a moron. But yeah, he always makes me laugh. I've seen him live twice. So
I'm so jealous, dude.
Yeah,
so jealous. My dentist has his autograph on the wall.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you watch him
apparently
too,
you got to meet him.
Oh,
when he
nice.
was in Idaho. Yeah.
Well, that's cool because well, recently I've listened to a lot of podcasts by a lot of comedians because of COVID. I've actually noticed that like there's not a lot of live shows that they can do. So all these comedians started like doing podcasts everywhere. Just like pick it like any of your favorite comedian and look them up, and I guarantee you they probably have a podcast somewhere where they're just like every day they're just talking about hilarious stuff. So
I know Bill Burr does. He's flipping hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh, what was it? Oh yeah. So I posted a thing on my Facebook page of Bill Burr where he's like trying to explain how the whole GameStop kind of like the like stock thing that and like how they like shorted it all, but the way that he explains it, he just goes on this rant just like so funny because it doesn't really make much sense to him and probably to a lot of people. So he's just trying to put it into layman's terms, but it's just yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, and then really for me like if I were to pick a what for like what makes me laugh, I mean my sense of humor just is really anything that's just random and just really off the wall. Really like the like weirder and the stranger and the more just random, like the funnier to me. That's just my sense of humor. I just love just kind of just off the wall, oddball kind of humor. So that's definitely me.
So one of my favorite history podcasts is called Ridiculous History, and those guys are absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little later there's a question about podcasts. I've got a couple of recommendations, but I'll wait till that question pops up.
Favorite games, board, card, or party games? I know this is a really easy one for you, and you probably have lots of favorite ones.
Yeah, so I tried to keep it to a minimum for this one, but for anyone who's ever seen my game closet, I've literally got probably over 100 board games, card games, party games, all kinds of different games. I love playing games. The problem for me is I have a hard time finding enough people who are willing to really play games very often with me.
Me too, man. Yeah. So it's like I feel like aside from like you and like some of your friends, I have a hard time finding friends that like will play board games with me. They're like, well, that just sounds lame. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but
seriously,
like,
why?
You want to laugh for an hour, or like you don't want to like come up with some like fun strategy and try and compete against each other and like whatever. Yeah. So, but yeah. So I haven't been buying quite as many games as I used to. I've been kind of saving my money for like traveling and for some other things. But some of my favorites. So definitely Cards Against Humanity, because I actually made my own version of Cards Against Humanity that has well over 1,000 cards. I'd say probably even 5,000 cards. There's a lot, and like basically I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit because like the original game gets pretty raunchy, which is fine. I mean, I definitely own the original game that I can like pull out and play with the right group who's kind of into that kind of stuff. But like the version I came up with, like I think that's even funnier. So like so I made my own cards. It's even funnier than the original, and then it's actually safe to play with like your parents, your grandparents, with like young kids, like and actually not feel too awkward, not having a bunch of dick jokes and stuff everywhere. But
sorry, I'm doing a bunch of eating on the show. I have not eaten breakfast, and I really have not eaten lunch. So I'm like eating like chips.
No, you're good. Yeah, no worries. I usually eat on the show anyways. But and one of my other favorite games is the game Things, which is basically like Cards Against Humanity, but each person playing gets to create their own cards while you're playing. So that's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then of course there's Ticket to Ride. There's Settlers of Catan. Those are two of my go-tos. There's also a Allegretto, which is a really fun card game that's kind of like chaos. Everyone trying to make sets of cards all at once in the middle of a table. Then there's Outburst, which is a fun game about like top 10 lists and stuff, and so that's fun. And then I always love the game Risk, like but like whenever I play Risk, it always seems like one person ends up dominating the game, but
Yeah.
but I still have a good time with it. And then really anything else is anything that's involved with like movies or movie trivia. So my sister for Christmas got me the Blockbuster game, and that game's actually really fun. It's actually like a lot of fun. So we've been playing that from time to time. But yeah, I just always have a hard time finding people to play games. Usually, I go visit my family. That's always a big time to play games. That they're really into games, but my wife Shannon, not so much. She's not really in like into playing games.
She's not really into playing board games either or games.
Yeah. So we usually, if we're gonna spend time together, we're gonna go out somewhere, or we're gonna like just like watch movies and that kind of stuff together. We do a lot of that, which is just fun still. But and then also, I absolutely love to learn new games. So like, whenever I have a chance to just kind of sit in on a new game, or to go to someone's house and they want to show us a new board game or a card game or a party game, I'm always down for that. Like I think that's a lot of fun. So
one of my favorite games I remember playing was a Balderdash, and I don't know why I did not think of that until now. But that's Anyway.
Yeah, that game's awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite part is like definitions, where you have to come up with like weird definitions for words and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's always fun. Oh, and then also too, I gotta say, I've been playing a lot of Jackbox games. So like Jackbox games is like online. So it's like basically like all these party games that well, so for me, I have it on my Nintendo Switch. You can get it on like any console, and then one person logs in, but then everybody just plays with their phone. So you have your phone, and everybody interacts, and then everything that you put on your phone will show up on the screen, and then you can have fun and yeah, and it's like so much fun. We'll have to play sometime. They have this one, so they just came out with the Jackbox games Party Pack 7. So they have 7 packs with all different kinds of games, and there's all different kinds. There's like the games that are really funny. There's games based around drawing. They have one where everybody has to draw different pictures, and then the pictures have to fight each other inside of a boxing ring. So they show up on the screen. You can draw your own fighters. You want to draw a robot or an alien or something, and then they have to fight. And you can see like who can actually draw and who can't draw. Yeah. So some people will have a stick figure, and other people will have a really cool drawing. Yeah.
I could not draw to save my life. I'm horrible artist.
Well, I can draw, but I have to be able to do it like at my own pace. I got to draw like very slowly, and like if I can do it slow,
not like the party games.
Yeah. But then they have another one that's where one person has to give a PowerPoint presentation up in front of everybody. You have one person choosing all the words that are going to be up on the screen and from their phone, and then you have another person choosing all the pictures. And there's these off the wall, wacky pictures, like one of them, So I played with Mark, and so Mark was up there, and then there's like how do you destroy somebody's life? And then so they're like putting up all these words, and then someone just like threw up a random picture of like an old bathroom that like someone exploded the toilet, and there's just literally like poop everywhere, like all over the walls and stuff. And he's like, this is how you destroy somebody's life. And so like you just have to kind of come up with like PowerPoint presentations on the spot. So that's one of them. And there's a bunch of other ones. Like there's even some like strategy games in there too. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Jackbox game? Wow.
Yeah. So
that game sounds like that game sounds so hilarious.
Yeah. So
but you got to get a group of people that are really into playing games, man.
Right.
That kind of reminds me of the show Impractical Jokers.
Yeah. Right. It's a lot like that. Yeah. And Jackbox Games has actually been around for a long time. So they used to have one that's called You Don't Know Jack, and it.
Yes.
And it was on the I want to say that they had it for like Super Nintendo or like Sega Genesis with the picture of the bald guy on the front, you know? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that kind of is the progression from that game. So.
Let's
But anyway,
see.
yeah, that's games.
Uh, do you have a fetish or something really unusual that you're really obsessed
Um.
with? I wear negligee and
Yeah. Right.
I attend meetings of my kitty cats.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I don't really. I don't think so. The only thing that I can say that's a little weird that I do, and it might seem a little gross to some people, but like I used to have this bad habit that I got from my dad. We would take like a paper clip or a pen, like an old pen, and then we literally use it to scratch the inside of our ears. So you like stick it in your ear, and you can like dig around in there, and it actually feels really really good. Like it doesn't hurt. It like feels good. But the thing is, I realize that that's really bad for your
Yeah.
for your for your hearing. Like I thought that I was actually cleaning out earwax, but actually I was like just pushing the earwax in
Well,
further.
that's like, yeah. So that's like, I went to the doctor and they're like, you shouldn't use Q-tips. Q-tips are bad for your ears. But I'm like, I still
Yeah.
find myself using Q-tips though.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it
for me,
feels good.
yeah, right. It
Yeah.
actually does. So so one morning I woke up and I couldn't hear out of my right ear. Like I literally, it was like I was like completely deaf in my right ear. It was a really weird feeling, and I felt like there's a bunch of like pressure going on. So I went to the doctor and I had him clean up my ears, and they literally like took this like thing that like squirts some kind of solution in there. So they put like a big straw thing in your ear, and they keep squirting and squirting and squirting, and it feels really weird. It's like almost like you're kind of drowning in a way, but like you feel kind of dizzy, and then they like pulled out huge chunks of earwax out of my ear, like it was gross.
Ew.
But like now I can hear though. But they said like this was like literally impacted in your ear, and it was like it was giant. I don't want to go into too much detail on the show, but yeah, but needless to say, now I can hear totally fine. So yeah, fix that.
Maybe I should go be drowned at the doctor's office.
Yeah, right. Will you ever think that your hearing might be going before you like worry too much? Just go and see and if you can get your ears cleaned up.
I would
It
not
might
be
actually help.
surprised. I kind of, yeah, I do have those moments at times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you collect anything? No, nothing at all.
Oh yeah. um. Well, for me, like we already talked about the my board game collection. So I have that, and then I collect movies. I just like buy so many movies where I keep all my movies in inside of binders, and so I just have about 6 binders full like with movies. And so because I really like to have physical media. Like I'm probably gonna buy physical media until it goes out of style. So
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah.
yeah, and then I have a small pop figure collection. Probably I don't have a lot, but I've got about 50 probably pop figures or something. And then I'm trying to think if I have a collection of all these different like silicone rubber bracelets here. So I have that one there. So this one just says One Republic on it. I actually got it when we were at the concert.
Dude,
So
that
we
was
went
so
together.
awesome.
Yeah. So I have that, but then I have a lot of like sports ones, mostly NBA teams or like NFL teams. I have those. I don't know if there's really too much else. I used to collect action figures and like little figures of like cartoon characters, but I since gave all those away. Oh, I forgot about one of my biggest collections. I actually collect sports cards. So I collect mostly basketball cards. So I have like a lot of like rookie cards, a lot of LeBron James rookie cards.
Oh, dude, that's legit.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Kevin Garnett. That's my favorite player. The one card that's eluded me because I think it's worth about $8,000 though is a Michael Jordan rookie card. If I could ever have a Michael Jordan rookie card, I want that like so bad. But those are really hard to come by. So, but I think maybe you might have skipped one. Did you skip the video game question? I was just seeing it on my page.
Whoa, yes.
Question
Oh my
63.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You want to leave that
favorite?
one out?
No, do not want to do that because that is definitely me and you, 100%.
Yeah.
That is like part of your life and my life.
Yep.
Favorite video game, sir?
Well, so I just kind of just wrote some down beforehand that are some of my favorite. So my favorite video game of all time is actually Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I absolutely love that game, and the fact that they support it so well that like literally like every 2 to 3 months they release a new character for the game, and along with the character, they release like side characters. So they have these characters that are called Mii characters. So they're basically the little Mii character you can build on your Nintendo Switch, and then they have all different costumes from like different games. They have some stuff from like Fallout. They have stuff from like Tekken. They have stuff from Mortal Kombat. Like different
That's cool.
like costumes that you can wear. Yeah, so it's like really cool. So I have a little Vault Boy from Fallout that I can actually fight with in the game, which is fun. So yeah, and then the last character. Let's see. Actually, I'm trying to think what the last character. No, they released a Minecraft character, so they have Minecraft, and then they released a couple of characters from some Japanese games. I think were the last ones. So
I hate to pause this. Do you mind if I go get water real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about this. I'll mute it.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Be able to see an empty chair.
It's all good, man. No worries. I was actually gonna try to look up new, and I'm shocked that I can't remember about my favorite video game of all time, but new Super Smash Bros. Characters. I'm gonna look on my phone. So the newest one, I know that they released a character called Sephiroth. I think he's a villain from Final Fantasy. So they definitely released that. Let's see. Let me just see. List of all characters for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Let's see if that comes up. So I know, but they have characters from every single like series that Nintendo's ever had. Some that aren't from Nintendo, like Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy. So they have that. I'm trying to see if they have actually an actual roster here, because I want to actually give a shout out to what the newer character was. That's what I gotta do. Super Smash Brothers DLC. Okay, so I'm actually trying to see who the newest character was. I know they released one character for Super Smash called those named Sephiroth. He's a villain from Final Fantasy VII. They put that in there, but well, this is just show me all the characters that they want, like the fans want. But but yeah, they've released a lot of cool characters. That's and they're going to continue to do it. I think that there's been rumors of maybe having Crash Bandicoot in there. Is when they've been talking about.
That would be cool.
And also having Captain Toad as another character. So they got a few.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they got those ones coming up. But some of my other favorite video games. So probably right up there with Super Smash Brothers. I mean, it just depends which day that you catch me on. Like Super Smash could be my favorite, or my other favorite is actually the Uncharted series. I love the Uncharted series. It's like so amazing. I'm excited for the movie that's coming out. I think Tom Holland's going to be a great fit. I'm not too sure about Mark Wahlberg as Sully, but you never know. We'll see. He might surprise us.
So that's one of those game series that I still need to get and I still need to play.
Yeah, it is incredible. Just some of the things you can do in that, all the parkour stuff that you're just like leaping like off the thing. So they have this one like just to kind of give you a one of the scenarios. So you like start off in the middle of the jungle. Well, there's a story that like gets you here, but I'm just leaving that part out. But then you're in this mansion that they find deep in the middle of the jungle, and these guys come and they start a shootout, and the long story short, the mansion is on fire. So you're literally having to like leap through this like burning mansion while it's on fire. Well, there's like flames everywhere. You got to find things that you can grab onto that are actually on fire and actually be able to like, and also there. You got people shooting at you, so you got to avoid getting shot, and so you got to try to avoid all this craziness. And then once you escape that, then it takes you to the pier on this island. Go across the water, then you're in a huge giant shipyard. So you're in the ship, and you got to go down to the very depths of this old battleship, and you're in the very bottom of this battleship, and then the ship starts to sink, and the ship turns on its side, and you literally have to crawl from the very bottom to the very top while people are shooting at you. So the ship is completely like sideways, and you're trying to climb up while you're shooting at guys. Like, it's just crazy. Like, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That sounds ridiculously fun.
Yeah. So I'll definitely put Uncharted in there, and then I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is an incredible game. Like probably some of the best graphics I've ever seen.
So yeah. I need to definitely get that, and I want to get I don't obviously have a PS5, okay, but I want to get a PS5 so I can play that and the remastered. I can get the Ultimate Edition so I can play the remastered version of the first Spider-Man game.
Oh yeah. The first one,
because it only comes with the Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah. Well, the first one is just as much fun as Miles Morales, but with Miles Morales, the graphics are just slightly up the notch. They're just a little better. So you got that. And then also too, I got to give a shout out to a few other games. Definitely, I'm a huge GoldenEye fan. I used to play so much GoldenEye back in the day. That's one of my all-time favorite. Pretty much any Mario game, I've pretty much played through like all of them. I've beaten just about every Mario game that exists, except for Mario Odyssey. I'm still kind of working my way through that, and the new Paper Mario.
I'm stuck on Mario Odyssey right now.
Yeah, so I made it to the big city, but I haven't really gotten like super far through the big city. So yeah, but and the new Paper Mario, that's a lot of fun too. So I'm playing that, and then also Donkey Kong Country. I played a lot of Donkey Kong Country, and then I played pretty much every single Zelda game. I love all the Zelda games, especially all the music. I think that series has some of the best music.
Best music for sure.
Yeah, probably my favorite video game music. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy person. I don't really play much, but I love the music from that game. It has some awesome music, and then also the Castlevania series has great music too. That's another one.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yep, and then let's see. I play a lot of Tomb Raider. I pretty much played every single Tomb Raider game. Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I used to have that game on my computer, and that game is amazing. The world in that game, it's like one of the biggest worlds I've ever seen. You're literally going to like several different planets. You probably have at least 20 different planets you can go to, and every single planet has like such in-depth like characters and storyline, and just just amazing things to discover there. And then let's see. Oh, The Last of Us too. I haven't really played a lot of the new one. I own it, but I've only played just a little bit of the new one because I really wanted to go back through the first one and do everything you can possibly do. So I got all the DLC. Bless you. But
Thank you, sir.
I got all the DLC for the first one. So I'm still kind of playing. They had a DLC that came out that's like an old haunted carnival where there's like zombies coming at you, zombie clowns and different things. So I've been playing through that. And then The Witcher too. That's one of my favorite games. Love The Witcher. It's also Fable. Fable's another one of those incredible games. Yeah, and then in the Far Cry series, I played pretty much all the Far Cry.
I cannot wait for the new one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The new one
Isn't
what's his name?
The new one's coming out in April, isn't it? Ooh. Hold on.
I think so, yeah. It's with Giancarlo Esposito in there.
Yes.
It looks incredible. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And there's Grand Theft Auto 5, the BioShock series, and then the last one that I mentioned is Tony Hawk Pro Skater, because I got the remastered Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 were remastered, because let's face it, the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 were by far the best of the whole series. I mean, the other ones were fun, but like 1 and 2 are classics. So it's fun to have them remastered like that. So yeah, those are my favorite video games.
Yeah, I absolutely love the BioShock series.
Yeah, same here.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
What is still seriously the creepiest game? One of the creepiest games I've ever played.
right, yeah. And I love horror based games. Like I didn't used to be big into the Resident Evil series, but like some of the newer ones are actually pretty
I have not played those
pretty
only
fun.
because, like, was it
And they're
Resident
really creepy.
Evil 3? Yeah, dude. Like just the bare simple fact that you don't have a lot of bullets in your gun, and you're basically almost like hitting zombies with your gun and kind of just hoping you don't obliterate yourself.
Yeah,
And
right.
a stream of me playing would basically be me cussing my head off.
Yeah,
as
like
if
I
being
wasn't a
killed.
huge fan of like the first four, probably. But after that, though, they made it a lot of improvements to it, and
Okay.
they definitely upped the horror and the creepiness factor like a lot. That game's like really scary. Like if you try playing that like in the middle of the night, and like 2 a.m. in the dark, like all alone, that game will give you like nightmares.
Dude, one of the games that scared the crap out of me is Fear 2.
Oh yeah,
I played
I remember
that
those
with my friend Spencer. Actually, he had it set up on his computer. We played it on there because it came out for the computer, I think, like back in the day. And his one had an older.
Yeah.
You can get it off Steam. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
dude, that game is scary as hell, man.
Yeah.
But I don't do well with scary games. Anyways, this interview is about you. So
I like scary
how?
games, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite animals.
So my favorite animal is probably a monkey. For some reason, like
Monkeys are cute. Yes. What kind of
always
monkey?
have to
Do you have a favorite monkey, or is it just like Curious George?
probably have to be a capuchin monkey. So like it'd be like the one from like Night at the Museum or like Ace Ventura or even Friends
Yes.
that Ross has. Yeah, like just one of those. Because I've always wanted to have my own helper monkey. I think that'd be awesome. So when I was on my mission down in Texas, there's this older couple. We go over to their place to have dinner from time to time. They would always order us food because they had muscle dystrophy, so they couldn't move very much. But they had a helper monkey because of that. So the monkey would like literally grab like little pieces of like chicken or like the little peppers, and they would feed it to him. And but the hands of the monkey were like so lifelike. They looked like they're lifelike because it's a real monkey, but they're human like that's what I meant to say. So like they look just like human hands, and they'd be like just like walking up to their mouth and like grab a piece of like a pepper, and then like put up to their mouth so they could eat it, and they'd just hold it kind of just like a human
That's
would.
awesome.
Yeah, like it was pretty fun to see. So that probably. Then I also really like ducks a lot for some reason. Like whenever I see like ducks outside, I always want to feed them because for some reason I can't stand geese. I think geese are the mean ones that'll come after you.
Geese are obnoxious and evil, but yes, ducks are.
They'll try to peck you, but yeah, ducks are adorable. They're a lot friendlier. I always remember that I was on a walk with a friend once on the Greenbelt, and we found some little baby ducklings that like literally followed us for about a mile. They just kept following us. We're like, all right, you're gonna follow us. I have a video of it. I'll have to show you sometime. The little ducklings.
I remember I was going for
cute.
a walk in Boise, and we were over there. I think in wow, I can't think of what they're called, but me and Travis were going for a walk, and yeah, we had a bunch of baby ducks that started following us, and they just kept following us. I was like, okay. Yeah.
I was like, where's your parents at? Come on.
Exactly. I'm not your dad.
Yeah, right. But then probably one of my other favorite animals. I also like buffalo a lot, just because I think that they're like one of those rare animals to really ever see in the wild. You don't really see them around. But if you go to Yellowstone, though, I actually got super close, super close to a buffalo, like probably way too close, because there was a story of the little girl who got too close to a buffalo. You can see the YouTube video. She just walked up and wanted to just try and pet a wild buffalo. You see the buffalo charge at the little girl. The girl's probably maybe like 5 years old, and the buffalo charges her. You see her flip over in the air and go flying. Like, it's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's a little funny to see. So I got about just as close as a little girl did to a buffalo, just because I wanted to see how close I could actually get. And like, I remember that, like, my mom was like freaking out. She's like, Jordan, you're way too close. You need to get away from that. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop, back up. I'm like, it's fine, it'll be okay. But I have it on video being like 4 feet away from a wild buffalo. So
you do, and then you running.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But
oh,
like certain parts of Yellowstone though, they're just all over the place. They'll be on the road. They'll be like all over in the field. Like, they're just everywhere. But yeah, those are my favorite
hobbies.
Probably some of my hobbies. Let me think. I definitely love the outdoors. So I love going hiking. I love going camping, that kind of stuff. But also, like, I just love to travel in general and just go exploring different places. So whenever I can, I always like to get out and do that. Also, I love to play basketball, so I'm a huge basketball fan. So whenever I get the chance, I always love to play. I'm not like super good. I mean, I'm decent enough where if I'm playing against people that aren't natural athletes, I can probably beat them. But if I'm playing against some hardcore basketball players, I'm not gonna really stand a chance. but I have fun with it, and then really just like doing these YouTube videos. I would say a little bit of a hobby, just like making videos, doing video editing. Like, I really love doing that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else. Probably the only other thing I can think of is that I made a few of my own board games and card games. So I like doing that. And I like to really try to make them quality. So to the point where if I wanted to actually sell the game, then I maybe could. So I got a couple that I've made over the years. I made a version of Outburst. I made a version of Cards Against Humanity that I mentioned. So yeah, those are probably some of my hobbies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tell me 2 memories from any point in your life that stand out to you. It could be a funny story, just a quick thing you remember, something that means a lot to you.
So this one I didn't write anything down. So let me think. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I have to think of a good one.
They're tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm on the spot for it. Let's see. Probably one thing that always stands out to me. So, for some reason, this is just kind of like a real random like thing that I did. But I have a memory. Me and my grandpa Anderson. So before he passed away, so he's not alive anymore. But we would always go out for some reason. I got to deal with them about 3 times. But they lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. So when we'd go to visit, they'd always have me go out and refill all their water for their food storage. And so they have this really cool kind of it's like a mini park in downtown Salt Lake where they have these little fountains where you can get fresh spring water because so Salt Lake City has mountains that are very close and they actually have a spring that runs underneath the entire city. So they have a spot where they made it so the water comes up in these fountains where you can fill up big jugs and big water bottles for free. And so you can bring your own water bottles. You can get fresh spring water. So I would always drive over with him, just me and my grandpa. It's a memory that I just have, just me and him just spending some time together. So that's something
awesome,
that
I didn't know there was a natural spring under Salt Lake City. It's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah,
I got to go there sometime.
Pretty cool thing.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I lived in Utah until I was about 12, so I'm pretty familiar. I have a lot of family, so we probably are in Utah at least once a year for something. Yeah, but
that's definitely a special memory. Is there maybe another memory, or is that kind of You think that kind of hits the head on the nail, so to speak?
Probably only other memory that I can think of is actually with another grandparent, with my great grandma before she passed away. She used to live in California, so we used to go to California probably about once a year to go visit her, and my great grandpa, I only knew him for just a little bit. He probably passed away when I was about like maybe like 6 years old or 7, something like that. But my great grandma actually lived a long time. She probably didn't pass away, and she probably passed away about 10 years ago. So I mean, I knew her for a big chunk of my life. But remember that we would go to California a lot. I mean, one time she took us all to Disneyland, and she paid for the whole entire trip. She paid for my family to fly out there and to go to Disneyland, to go on all the rides. And like the cool thing is, like she was older, so she really couldn't really go on too many other rides, but she was just totally happy and content to just do this for me and my family, to make us happy. And like she would just wait.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she would just wait outside the ride. She'd just have fun, just kind of watching us ride all these rides all day long. And my brother Trent was about 2 years old at the time, so like she would kind of watch over him while we went on rides and stuff. But like we would go all over California. She was actually from the Bay Area, so usually we're more up north. So like we went to San Francisco all the time. We spent a lot of time at like Fisherman's Wharf and like all over San Francisco. We went on Lombardi Street, the like real famous like winding road that they have there. And then we
awesome.
like see all the styles of houses from like Full House and all that. And then
that's where I've always wanted to go, is like see the house of Full House and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun there. Yeah, and then we go to the Redwood National Forest, so we like see all the giant redwood trees, like some with like holes so big you can actually climb inside them. They have one where you can even drive your car through, which is pretty cool. And then one of the like best parts of going to California is that they had this house that they built. So there's a town that's called Kenwood, California. So actually, that's the same name as the street you live on, Kenwood. So it always reminds you of going to Kenwood, California. And so my great grandpa built a house there. There's almost like a cabin there, but he just built it for the family, and he just made this really awesome place. So he built a big kind of room for all the kids that was just filled with like all kinds of like toys and games and movies, and then like basically they just made it for just all the family to just come out. And that the house was in the middle of the woods. I remember that there's a big creek that would go behind the back of the house, and we go fishing there all the time. And then they built their own swimming pool. My great grandpa actually built it by hand. So like he like dug the hole, he like filled it in, he built everything. I remember that I almost drowned in that pool once. My dad had to jump in and save me, but I was like 5 years old. But yeah, so we used to go to California a lot. But then when my grandma started getting older, she moved to Idaho because she kind of needed a little more care and stuff. So that was like, she probably lived in Idaho a good like 15 years before she passed away. But yeah, we used to go there all the time. So that's a couple memories that I have.
Yeah, those are definitely very special memories.
Yeah.
If money was no object and you could spend the day doing one thing, what would it be?
If I could do one thing, I don't know.
Did you not write this down either?
No. So
now we're like really on a hot seat, and now you know how I felt in our interview process.
Yep. Now I'm in the hot seat. Let's see. Probably if I could do one thing, it'd probably be like if money was no object. I probably actually want to just go to San Diego Comic-Con with just like the ability to just like buy whatever I want there, do whatever I want, meet all the celebrities, just like be a part of it, because I've been to so many Comic-Con, but I've never been to the big one in San Diego. That's the biggest one in the world, and so I would just love to just like go there to be in Hall H when they announce like some new Star Wars movie, or like a big Marvel slate of like all their movies, and they have all the actors there and like everything. Like to just be a part of that would be amazing, I think. So
that would be unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car?
Probably for me, I drive a car. Like bikes are fun, but if I'm gonna have a bike, I probably want it to be a nicer one, and like I don't really want to fork out the money for that, so I'm just gonna
oh yeah,
like probably if I'm gonna invest money into anything, it'll be a car. So yeah, I go with a car.
What would you sing at karaoke nights?
So for karaoke night, it have to be probably either anything by the band Journey, because I just know so many of their songs, or maybe Queen too. I know a lot of their songs. Maybe even Weird Al Yankovic, because I grew up with Weird Al, and I can probably sing probably like more than like any of them, like almost every song he's ever done by heart. I have them like almost all memorized. Like I went on a road trip once with some friends, and literally all the way from Boise to Salt Lake City, we sang Weird Al songs like by heart with no music on.
Wow.
We probably annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say we probably annoyed the hell out of the two girls we were with, because it's just me and so it was me and my girlfriend at the time, and then her best friend and the guy she was dating, and just so it turns out me and him were huge Weird Al fans, so we sang all these songs. I think we annoyed the hell out of the girls we were with. They're like, "Shut up!" I'm trying to get us to stop.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. He's definitely one of those artists that I'll never forget seeing live, man. That was incredible to bear.
Yeah, he puts on like a really cool show.
I got to
so
see
many
that
costumes.
With you. Yeah.
He has so many costumes, or like come out like for the song "Fat," he'll be throwing like all this food out, and like some like plastic like little burgers and fruit and stuff into the audience and stuff. And then he does a Lady Gaga song, and he literally will like dress in all the Lady Gaga costumes and stuff, which is pretty cool.
If you had to, which would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house, or other chore?
Definitely not mow the lawn, because I grew up in a house where we had a huge lawn, and for most of the time we only had a push mower, and it sucked, and I hated doing that. And I would get like really frustrated, because the grass would grow really fast. For whatever reason, it just grew so fast. So within 1 week, it's already like a foot tall. So we got to try and like mow this while the mower's getting clogged or whatever. So probably if I had to, I'd probably just pick dishes. I think that's the simplest and easiest of them all. So I just gotta go with that.
If you could go to the future or past, which would it be, and why, and where?
Let's see. Probably like I would just want to go back, like go to the past, and like anything crazy that I've experienced in life. Just warn people like about things. I don't know. Warn them about COVID-19. Warn them about like just crazy things that like happen, and like just kind of.
So you'd want to alter history then?
Yeah, like I wouldn't actually mind altering history. I mean, like some people they don't want to. They want to go back in time. They don't want to alter anything. I'm like, I don't really care. so yeah, probably the world.
So
would, like,
yeah.
The world. Well, like when I got back from the past, the world would probably definitely be on either like in a perfect state since I fixed it, or it would be on fire probably. Yeah.
Oh. So, favorite writer? You kind of already covered this earlier with your favorite books.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that question may even, and I'm actually be a duplicate, but I think that like I pretty much like covered. I mean, like Robert Ludlum, Michael Crichton, Rick Riordan. So yeah.
So you have to choose one. This is a favorite
Okay.
author. I'm going to pin you down, sir. You cannot. There's no. Does not say choose multiple.
All right.
One.
Well, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Rick Riordan, just because I love fantasy books. That's probably my like first love when it comes to reading, and especially I just love how he mixes fantasy with the modern world, just like having those two combined. Because I'm probably not as into fantasy when it's set in like ancient times or olden times. I mean, I still like it, but when it has more of a modern flair, I like that. So Rick Riordan, it does an
Weirdly
amazing
enough,
job
I've
with
never
that.
ever read any of his books.
Oh man, yeah, you got to do yourself a favor. Like his books probably hooked me like the same way Harry Potter like hooked a lot of people. Like there's like so compelling and just super interesting, super relatable. So yeah.
Let's see. Favorite director. This is one.
Yeah,
I know
so
this is really hard for you, sir.
yeah, for me, so my favorite director of all time is actually Taika Waititi. Like I absolutely love Taika Waititi. Like he directed Thor Ragnarok. He did What We Do in the Shadows. He directed an episode of the Mandalorian. Like he directed this really like a kind of niche film called Shark versus Eagle. That's like it's like pretty hilarious. That I would always like encourage people to check out. But also some of my other favorite directors. Actually, I love Jon Favreau. I think he's an awesome director. Jared Hess, who directed Napoleon Dynamite, and then he also he directed Nacho Libre. He directed that movie Masterminds. It has like Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig, and I think maybe Bradley Cooper. I think is
I
in it.
love
So
Masterminds. That movie's
yeah,
hilarious.
it was hilarious. It's about the people that like robbed Loomis Fargo or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Judd Apatow definitely have to throw up there. Like he did 40-Year-Old Virgin and like pretty much all the kind of movies in that style. He did Knocked Up. He did just a lot of those like type of movies. Definitely Mel Brooks. Like I love Mel Brooks movies. Like I mean, just like hearing his name attached to anything, like I'm already sold. It doesn't matter what the movie is. So, and then I also love this is a director that I got introduced to kind of more recently, but his name's Chad Stahelski. So he directed all the John Wick movies. He directed V for Vendetta. He directed the movie Bloodsport. He directed Live Free or Die Hard, and he also directed Kung Pao Into the Fist, one of my guilty pleasure movies. So he directed all those movies. Yeah, yeah. So like he's definitely one. Chad Stahelski is his name. So yeah, he has a pretty cool like.
I love the John Wick movies. Those movies are incredible.
Yeah, same.
incredible.
And then also I would have to throw in Mike Judge too. Like he did Beavis and Butthead. He did the movie Extract. He did. I'm trying to think like what else he's done. Like
Office
actually kind of
Space.
He did Office. Yeah, Office Space. Yep. So yeah, like he's probably one of my favorite. He did King of the Hill. He did that too. So, and then if there's one director that I can't stand though, I just wanted to throw it in there. I can't stand the director Wes Anderson. Like any movies by Wes Anderson, I freaking hate. Like I hate what's that stupid movie? It's about the Boy Scouts, like Moonrise Kingdom. I can't stand that movie. Or like I want to actually look. He does like Fantastic Mr. Fox. He did that like Isle of Dogs kind of movie. What else has he done? I want to look it up. Like he's done.
Way too many. I hate him too.
Oh yeah, he's the Grand Budapest Hotel, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Like I can't stand that. Probably the only one that I kind of liked by him was Rushmore with Bill Murray. I mean that one's okay, but really like most of the movies he does I can't stand. Some people really like his style. Like I was interviewing my uncle David for 1v200. That's actually one of his favorite directors. So we had a little clash there. But
so actually, one of the movies that I actually cannot say, I can say I actually like from Wes Anderson as much as I hate him, is the Budapest Hotel. Actually, one of my wife's
you
favorite
actually like
movies.
that
I
one?
watched it with her. I
Really?
loved it. Actually, it was a
Oh,
fun
man.
story. It was really fun. Yeah. Yep.
Well, for me, I think that it's more of like the style. Like he has a certain visual style that he like.
Mm-hmm.
That he does for all of his movies. He has to have everything kind of like at like 90-degree angles and kind of just like similar colors and similar. I don't know. There's like a real quirkiness too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Too. Yeah.
Yep. Well, so since that wasn't a question previously on there, I know I've talked about it, but M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah, you don't like him.
He's the biggest waste of space that ever existed. Okay,
really?
He needs to stop making movies. All right. If I
What
had
about The
like
Sixth Sense?
$10 million, I would absolutely pay him to quit making movies. The Sixth Sense was decent. It was good.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, that one's good, but
and then he went on
Signs?
to make
Signs?
Signs is good up until the stupid creature. Okay, creature was the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah, dumbest thing in the world.
Show the alien.
It was not scary at all after that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And The Village was absolutely the most disappointing movie in the whole world. Sorry.
So you must be excited for the movie Old. They had a Super Bowl trailer for it. Yeah. Yeah.
So, let's see. Favorite day of the week, and you actually filled this in. I almost read your answer.
Oh yeah, so like I actually filled it in on the wrong set. So I gave you all the blank questions that are supposed to be blank, and ended up on your set, but not on my set. So I don't know what I wrote. I can't remember.
No pressure.
Wasn't it Saturday? Is that what I put? Saturday? Just because it's like just a day that like most people they don't work. You just like usually most people they can sleep in and then you can stay up late because most people don't work Sundays either. So you can stay up late. You can just pretty much like Saturday's one of those kind of just like chill days where you can just kind of have it open to do whatever you want usually for most people. So yeah, I really like that. But did you see question 75?
Yeah, you said favorite director. We talked about that.
Oh, maybe I.
Oh no!
Maybe we got a little out of
76. You're right. Whoa! Oh, you're right.
Whoa! Hold on.
Okay. Do you have a favorite original film score? If so, what?
Yes. So I have several, but probably some of my favorites are definitely E.T., especially like the like music at the very end of it. So if you ever look at the E.T. album, if you go onto Spotify, the very last track they do like a medley of like every single like song from the movie kind of all rolled into one, but they do it in like a bigger kind of like more bombastic kind of way, and it's incredible. Like it's really cool. I always recommend that to people. I also love the Man of Steel soundtrack. I think Hans Zimmer did an incredible job for the Man of Steel. I remember like when that soundtrack first came out. I remember I was working at this job, and it was my first day on the job. I remember I was working at a winery warehouse, just kind of cleaning up and doing some organizing for them. So I was just going all over the warehouse. I had the Man of Steel score by Hans Zimmer just like blasting in my headphones while I was working. I just put it on repeat and just listened to it like the whole day. So just over and over. So there's that one. Definitely love the soundtrack to Rocky. I think Rocky has a really awesome score. Definitely Interstellar. I really like the like organ and like when they're like flying out in space and like things get super intense. They're playing that crazy organ music. Pirates of the Caribbean is always classic. Then the Lord of the Rings. I would say that. I'd say definitely Batman Begins is an awesome score. The original Spider-Man score from the from the Tobey Maguire one. So that was by Danny Elfman. I thought that was a great score. And then speaking of some Danny Elfman scores, I also really like the Beetlejuice score and also the Edward Scissorhands.
Oh yeah,
like both of those, and also Tron. So like I always tell people to check out the Tron Reconfigured album, which is in an incredible Daft Punk that they like pretty much remixed the whole entire album.
I
It
love
sounds
that
amazing.
album so much.
Yeah, that's all. That one's awesome. And then also Schindler's List. That's an incredible John Williams score. Very sad, but it's also very powerful. Also the music from Stranger Things. Like I like the theme song and all the music they use in that series. Also the Social Network. Like believe it or not, the Social Network surprisingly like has a really good score. If you were to look it up on Spotify, it's actually pretty good. So
I've never done that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also too. Sorry, I got split up on the second page. So also want to add the James Bond score. Pretty much any James Bond movie, like the score is always going to be incredible. The Lion King. The Lion King has some awesome music. The Goonies. I'm gonna throw that one in there. Also Hook. I put that on there. Back to the Future. You have Wonder Woman, Harry Potter, and then also for something kind of weird, and then the score from Napoleon Dynamite. It's just kind of one of those off the wall kind of weird scores, but I kind of like it. So yeah.
Alrighty. So you said favorite quotes.
So I just have maybe two or three, but my all-time favorite quote is actually quoted in the movie Coach Carter. So where they talk about his deepest fear, and so I'm just going to read it here. The quote by Marianne Williamson. I don't know who Marianne Williamson is, but she had an incredible quote that's like been one of my favorites. So it says, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children of God do. It's not just in some of us; it's in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we subconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are all liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So that's one of my favorite quotes. I think that one's pretty powerful. Then also for a couple just simple quotes. It's kind of one that kind of our family uses a lot, but you have Carpe Diem. Oh yeah. Seize the day. My dad actually has it on like a little wood plaque in his room. That's his favorite quote because his favorite movie was Dead Poets Society, so they say Carpe Diem in that movie.
Such a great movie.
Yeah, and then also from Friday Night Lights, Clear Eyes, Full Heart, Can't Lose. That like show, like the show is like probably 10 times better than the movie, and the movie's great. But like just hearing that just gives me all those vibes, all the feels from the show. If you have not seen Friday Night Lights, that's incredible. Probably one of the most like inspiring shows I've ever seen in my life. So yeah.
Awesome, buddy. Let's see. Surprises, yay or nay?
I'd say yay, but I got a little quick story about a surprise that I like completely ruined for like. So my family was once trying to throw me this surprise party, and they did it over at my grandparents' house in Eagle because they didn't want me finding out about it. It was on my birthday, and it was one of the only times that they've ever done a surprise party for me on my birthday. And they kind of made it like the typical surprise party. They kind of made it where like it almost seems like everyone's forgetting about your birthday, but little do you know they have something planned for you. And so they're all over at my grandparents' house. They called a whole bunch of my friends over, but I was with my old friend Doug Strait. So we were hanging out, and like I remember we were at on my house trying to download some music, and like we're like trying to get this music. For some reason, it wasn't working, and like it was taking us like probably well over an hour to figure everything out. But like what I didn't know is that they'd already talked to Doug, and it was his job to like try and convince me to go over to my grandparents' house, and then so like he kept making hints, and he's like, yeah, like we should go over there. Like I think I left something over there last time when we were over there. Can we just stop by real quick? I'm like, I guess. I mean, we can just do it later. It really doesn't matter. I mean, this is my birthday. Like maybe we should go out somewhere. Like maybe we should go out and do something. He's like, no, like I really need to go over there. And like he's being pretty persistent, like about needing to go over there. I'm like, what's the big deal? We'll get it later. Like come on. And then my dad started calling me, and he's like, yeah. So we went over to your grandparents' house, and I guess Doug really did leave something over there. You really got to get over here. You got to pick it up. And I'm like, what's the big deal? All right, we'll just come over. I mean, they're really getting pushy about it. Okay. But then like when I got over there, I actually realized it was a surprise party. Like all my friends and family, they were over there. And then after they revealed the whole surprise, my dad, he comes up to me, he's like, geez, we're all been sitting here for like an hour trying to get you to come over here. And it's like, you wouldn't get your butt over here. It's like, come on.
That's
like
hilarious.
literally I almost ruined the surprise because I was trying to make some other plans and like go out somewhere, because I'm like, well, like no one's doing anything for me for my birthday. I'm just gonna get some people together and go out somewhere. But literally they had something planned, and I think after that they didn't want to do surprises for me anymore. So yeah.
Let's see. Do you care very much about spoilers?
I don't really care too much. I mean, only if it's something that I'm really looking forward to. So if it's like for instance, Breaking Bad, like, and I know when that series was on, like I avoided all spoilers, like the plague. Like I didn't want to have anything spoiled, or like if it's some big movie like Star Wars or something coming out. And then usually I don't really like spoilers when it comes to sports. I usually try to avoid that. It's one of my favorite teams, and like if I haven't been able to watch the game yet, I kind of want to avoid that. But besides that, though, if it's just some random thing or show or movie, I don't care too much.
Okay, awesome. What is one strong political belief that you have?
So I kind of wrote down a few notes for this one. So I mean, but I'm probably not going to read exactly what I wrote word for word. But like basically, like I just think that the government should just really stay out of our lives. I mean, because like I believe that the government's there to help us and like there to like be there when people really need some things, but like for the most part, just stay out of our lives. And then also to kind of go along with that, this might be a little controversial to some people, but I think though that like everyone who was born and raised in America in this country, it should have first priority over everything. They should have first priority over jobs, first priority in like getting into schools, first priority into like anything you can get, like the benefits from the government. You should give everybody who is actually born and raised in this country all of that stuff first. And like I have no problem with like people that like immigrate from other countries and want to live here and want to be a part of society, but like we get everything first. Like you're going to have to like essentially be like the second fiddle per se to everyone who was actually born and raised here, because like I don't want like people coming from other countries and like taking away jobs from like people who were born and raised in this country and like making people miss out on those types of opportunities. But I think in the same way though, it should work the opposite way. So if I go to somebody else's country, I think all of their people should get like all the first dibs, the first priorities in their own country. And then if I were an immigrant, I should have to wait until after everybody else got their shot first, and then I would get a chance at it. So it's like everybody gets a shot at jobs, a shot at like benefits, a shot at like everything. But the people that are actually born and raised here should get first dibs at it. And like I'm all about like having super secure borders. Like so I was in support of Donald Trump's wall. Like I just think that like, because you're going to have a lot of good people that are going to come here, but also like every once in a while you're going to have some bad people that want to cause harm. You're going to have some terrorists. You're going to have some people. It's like, how do you think that like anyone who's ever done any kind of terrorist acts from another country, like 9/11 or anything, then I mean, one way or another, our security wasn't enough to keep them out of the country, and they got in there and they caused some pretty horrific things. So I mean, so yeah, I just think that like I'm a little pretty staunch when it comes to like just like immigration and like border, like just keeping our borders safe. So
it's all right.
Yeah.
If you could relive any moment from your past, what would you do it? What moment and why?
So yeah, for me, absolutely it would. So like I've always had this thought that I've always wanted to go back and relive all my high school days, but knowing what I know now. So like I feel like when I was in high school, I was a little awkward still. I wasn't like super awkward. Like most of my awkward days actually probably happened in like elementary and middle school, but still though, like I just feel like I probably could have had a little more fun in high school. I probably could have gone out for a few more sports. I probably could have made a lot more friends for sure, and just kind of like made the most of it just a little better. So like just like knowing what I know now, and then to also just to be able to do that, I think would be a lot of fun too, just to go back and just relive it all. So yeah.
So worst feeling or worst feelings in the world?
Probably for me, the worst feeling for me would be when I find out that somebody that I really care about doesn't like me anymore, doesn't want anything to do with me. So like whether it be like a really close friend or just someone who like really meant a lot to me, and they just pretty much shut you out, because I have had that happen to me before, and it definitely doesn't feel good. So yeah, I'd say
no, it does not feel good. I agree.
It's a pretty horrible feeling. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Best feeling in the world.
So probably the best feeling for me, it just being around people that I love and that I care about, and just doing like things that just are just super fun and make us happy. So just being around friends and family, being around my wife, and just like doing things that are just like super fun, like that's just the best feeling, I think.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
A best gift you have ever received.
For me, like I can't really think of like one gift to really narrow it down. I mean, probably. So one of the people in my life that always gives out really amazing gifts is my brother Trent. So like he always gives out just amazing gifts. So for the past about 3 or 4 years, every year he's taking our whole entire family on a trip every year. So he always like he pays for all of it. And he does it as a way for our family to just kind of be together as a family and just be able to like spend some real quality time just doing something that's just really stress free and can just make us just super happy. So he took us all to Yellowstone one year, and then another time we went to Cedar City, which is in Utah, and he got us a cabin there, and then we ended up going to like Bryce Canyon, and then this past Christmas he's actually gonna take us to so in Washington they actually have a rainforest here, so it's over in the peninsula of Washington, kind of over by like they call it the most northwestern point of the continental United States. That they have a little kind of like a really cool area where you have a rainforest, but you also have a beach there, and there's just like some really cool hiking trails, just some like really beautiful places. So we got us a cabin for this year. We're gonna go there this summer. We're all gonna stay, but like even on some other years where he hasn't always gotten us a trip, like one year he didn't have a lot of of money. So he got us all journals, and inside of the journal, he put a picture of Jesus on the inside. Also, a picture of each one of us, a picture of him and that person there. Just kind of a picture that just really meant something to him, and then he wrote his testimony on the inside to us, and then just kind of left the rest blank, so we could just be able to just fill it up, with our own thoughts and stuff. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. So yeah,
let's see. Weirdest or strangest gift you've ever received?
So probably when I think about that one, I always got to think about my Aunt Carrie and my Uncle David. They always give out some kind of wacky, kind of off the wall gifts. So one year they gave us all like different mugs that like had weird sayings or weird things. So my brother Cade got a mug that was in the shape of William Shakespeare. That was actually molded into his head. So there's that. And then their mug for me said, soup, just like Mom used to open up and heat up. That's what it said on there. Yeah,
that's
so
hilarious. Oh, yeah, so that is awesome.
Just like some kind of off the wall kind of thing. But one year they got us each our own personalized magnet. So they found these magnets that said like "yay" and then like a little phrase. So mine said "yay donuts," but there's like "yay soccer," "yay," I don't know, "yay football," "yay riding," just like whatever that the person was into. So they apparently like thought I was really into donuts, so I got "yay donuts," which I love donuts. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I was actually happy to get it. Yeah,
right, you're like, yes.
I'm not complaining. Like I thought it was pretty creative. Yeah. So
right.
So yeah, that'd probably be it.
Future son and daughter's names.
So this one I like thought pretty hard about, and like honestly, like for this one, like almost have to kind of pass, like sort of like
that's fine,
just because I can't really think of anything. Like I think of so many names, and like all the names don't really fit right. I'm just like I probably thought of about like 50, 60 names, and I'm like none of those even feel right. So like when it comes to a time for me to ever have kids, like it's gonna take a lot of thought. Like
absolutely.
And also too, like it's just kind of been the way of a lot of my family members. Like my brother Aaron. So each one of their kids, they didn't have a name picked out till the baby was actually born. They wanted to actually look at the baby and like see if any names like
just came to
seemed
them?
right. Yeah, like came to him after looking at him. And then there was a couple of them they didn't name for like 3 or 4 days. The baby had no name. And
what? Really?
And decided that yeah. So they really took their time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Favorite amusement park.
Well, for me, I got to go with either Disney World or Universal. Like those are like my two favorite. I have been to Six Flags, and like I really like like roller coasters, but at the same time, like Disney and Universal, they just create the whole atmosphere that makes you feel like you're in like you're in another world kind of thing. So yeah, I have to go with those ones.
What's one material possession could you not go one day without?
Well, so for me, I just put some kind of generic ones. So like I put my phone because I always need to contact people. I use my phone for work actually now. So so it'd be that. I also put deodorant on there. Like I always want to wear deodorant every day because that's kind of one of my pet peeves. When people smell bad. I mean, some people. I mean, maybe they had a long day and like you've been working out, or like maybe you kind of smell like BO just a little bit, and that's fine. But like some people don't even care. They don't even try to smell good. They always stink. I don't know. Like I've actually known people like that, and then also too. So actually, I want to run and grab some really quick. One of my possessions that I have. Hang on.
Okay. I don't know what quite to say. If I was entertaining, I would be a human being. Don't ever listen to me sing again.
So this is a very simple thing. I've literally had this thing since I was in like middle school, but it's a comb here. So, but it's not any comb. It's just like giant, huge, like comb that I've just had for some reason. I've just had this thing for like so long.
To comb your long hair, of course.
Yeah. So
you've always had a long hairstyle, dude. I mean, like
actually,
metal hairstyle, absolutely. You're just like
biggest
metalhead in the world.
One
and Baby Yoda agrees.
Sorry to shut the door. My wife's not feeling good, but
Hi.
Baby Yoda. But anyways, so the story behind this comb, I can't really even remember where exactly that I got it. I thought maybe I like stole it from one of my cousins when I went to visit family. But I'm not 100% sure though. But like I have a habit of like losing things. I lose everything. Like it's part of like my like ADHD brain. I just lose things constantly.
Me too. Yeah. You know that.
Yeah, right. So like this thing, this comb here, I just had it for like so long, and like usually like you just caught me like actually I actually got a haircut this morning, so like this is like fresh. Like I just barely got a haircut. But
got beautiful for the show. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. I did it all for you.
Meanwhile, I look like a homeless person. I need a haircut.
Of course not. But usually I'll let my hair grow out probably about like 4 months, like 3 or 4 months, something like that, because like the whole reason behind me getting haircuts is that once my hair takes more than like say 5 to 10 minutes to do in the morning, and then I'm just over it. Like I just want short hair. It like takes me like 5 seconds to just throw something quick in my hair and then be out the door. So I just like having just like no stress, no mess, or whatever they call it. So, but yeah, those are probably my possessions that I have. They're just real simple things.
So, favorite amusement? Oh my gosh, that was really gross. Just like I burped like really bad.
Thank you for that. I can smell it.
You're welcome. Smell-o-vision and everything.
Yep.
Favorite amusement park ride?
So my favorite amusement park ride of all time is actually Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I just love that ride. I remember when I was a kid, just like loving that and that ride. Because like just the whole atmosphere that they create, you're just in this cave and you see all this pirate stuff everywhere, and like you're just floating through water, and it's just like a really cool feeling. Remember when I was a little kid, after the first time that I went on Pirates of the Caribbean, I really wanted a pirate sword after. I remember that like I made a huge scene to my parents, and like I started screaming and crying. I want it, and I just went crazy, and then they eventually got me a pirate sword to shut me up. So, so yeah.
I definitely no doubt did similar crap as a kid as well.
Yep.
I was like, Lord, like as a kid, like if you throw a fit well enough, and loud enough, for long enough, your parents sometimes when you're getting your butt whooped, we're just like, okay, sure, here.
Yep, right.
Even though you know you're probably gonna play with that pirate sword or whatever they got you for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, right.
You want to something else.
Yeah, play with it for like a day, and then you'll be done. Yeah.
But mommy, I need something else.
Yeah. But I do want to say though that I really, 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 really want to go to Nintendo Land. I don't know if you've seen any of the pictures or video. That looks amazing. So they opened one over in Japan, and it's officially open now, so you can go there. You can actually see they have a video of the guy who actually created Mario doing a personalized tour of the whole entire park, which looks amazing. But they're eventually going to open one in California and in Florida, so like I really want to go.
We're getting one in California too.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
And Florida, that's awesome.
Yeah. So they have like a Mario Kart ride.
Yeah, so I thought Japan was just getting that. park.
No.
That's awesome.
Nope.
Cannot wait.
Yes, they're gonna have it at all the Universal Studios theme parks. So it'll be part of Universal Studios, and they're gonna have like a Mario Kart ride, I think, and I think that they're doing like some kind of Donkey Kong, like a mine car ride, and then they're doing like I think they're doing some kind of Captain Toad thing too, but I'm not 100% sure what it's gonna be. So yeah.
I know there's a bunch of cool stuff for that. I cannot wait.
Yep.
Thunderstorms, cool, scary, annoying, or no opinion?
I'd definitely say cool. Like they're awesome. Well, especially when I lived in Texas on my mission, they had some of the most amazing thunderstorms down in the south. I don't know like what it is, but it's like kind of like tornado country down there, and they just have some like amazing cloud formation. I've even seen softball sized hail come down. Like I've seen like just some crazy stuff. So yeah, I definitely say cool.
Absolutely. Let's see. Things that make you happy or things you really like.
So
this one kind of, I don't know what this. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So I definitely have to go with my family. Like that's probably first and foremost on my list. Definitely flying anywhere. I love to fly. Like there's a chance that I get to do it. Like if I could just spend like a week just flying, even if I didn't even like really have a destination, I just like went from airport to airport. I still have like a blast doing it. So.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So there's that. Also road trips. Like I love going on road trips. So, definitely payday makes me really happy. Like payday is always a great day.
Right, it's a great day. It is. Yes.
Yep.
Until you have to adult and allocate what you have to pay for bills and.
Yep, exactly.
And then maybe you might have a little bit left over for yourself that you can kind of splurge on.
Right. Yeah. Usually for me, my paycheck is like usually 75% gone in like a few days, and then I get to like figure out what to do with my little piddly amount left.
It's all right, man. It's all about having a little bit of fun there, right?
Yep.
For sure. Living your life one day at a time.
Yep. Right. Living your life a quarter mile at a time, just like Vin Diesel. Right? Yep.
Oh.
But definitely another thing that makes me really happy is when I beat a video game. When I actually get to the very last point and the game's done, and you see that the like end credit screen come down, and you're like, "Yes, I beat this thing!" Like that's always like a feeling of accomplishment. So, yeah, so that's fun. Definitely being with a girl who really truly loves me, which I definitely have. So that makes me very happy. So, yep, and then also going to the movie theater. Like I really miss that because all the movie theaters here are still closed. And like at one point on my life, I was literally going to the movie theater once a week because I just love going to the movie theater. Like it wouldn't even matter what was even playing. Like but we can even get to the point where I've already seen all the good movies. Now all that's left is just some random movies that are left, but I'll just see them anyways, So.
So I love going to the movies as well, but I'm like, I'm going to avoid that movie. But at the same time, like my friend Jordan my friend Travis is very much that way. He'll go see anything. It doesn't matter. He's like, okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I just want to go to the movies. Just the idea of being in the theater with other people, experiencing a film is incredible.
Experience. Yep, exactly. Yeah. I definitely miss those days of like having like a packed theater and like going to see like some big movie like a Star Wars movie, or even to go see like a funny movie where like everybody's just laughing together, or to see it like a horror movie where like you like see people like all throughout the theater just like screaming at random times, or just like I just like miss that experience. And I think we're gonna have it again, but I think
we will
it's
for
gonna
sure.
There'll be a little bit, but I think maybe for Valentine's Day, so they have movie theaters in Idaho open. They're not open in Washington yet, but we live about an hour from Coeur d'Alene, so we can just go over the border, and movie theaters are open over there. So
I would do that.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Favorite smells.
Well, for smells, I wrote down a few of my favorite. So I definitely love the smell of fresh baked bread in the oven.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like really good smell, and also fresh baked cookies. Like those two things are two of my favorite. Or like any kind of like a pastry, like pie or like anything like that. And then also, I love the smell of laundry in the dryer, just like with like dryer sheets, or like it just went to the wash with the fabric softener and all that. So, and also too, for some reason, I always love the smell of a brand new T-shirt. Like
Yes.
and that's one of the things I forgot to mention when it comes to collections. I have a bit of a collection for T-shirts. I actually noticed that I'm wearing the exact same shirt that I wore for part one of this, but like it's a totally different
You
day.
are.
But you can tell because I have a different
It's
hairstyle, I guess.
not. Is it not? It's literally the same day. He
It's not.
lives in that T-shirt
Yeah, but it's living it all the time, 24/7. I got my little Boba
24/7.
Fett
He's
and my
like the
Yoda.
jerk. Okay.
Yep, right. But well, usually whenever I get a new shirt, I always put it right up to my nose and just smell it for some reason. I just always do that. So,
All right.
and then let's see. I think I had one more. Oh yeah. So anything fruity smelling. So like it was a drink, whether it's like some girl has some fruity spray on, or like just like really anything, just like fruity lotion, like all that stuff. I just like that smell.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Name a goal or two you have for this week, this month, year, 10 years from now. Lifetime
yeah.
goal.
Um.
This is a pretty
So
involved question.
yeah.
All right.
So well, like basically like I think that it's about like short term, like midterm, and then
Right.
long term goals. So like for
Right.
me,
Oh, yeah.
for a short term goal, like I really want to be able to work out more and eat healthier for sure. Because like I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I like I don't really do that like near as much as I want to, and like usually the reasons why I don't work out is because I'm just so busy. I'm just constantly working, constantly doing stuff. I'm just busy all the
Yep.
time. So always end up running out of time. But the thing is, though, we all make time for the things that are important to us in our life. So if it's important enough, you should be able to make time for it. You should just like figure out some way to make time for it. So I definitely need to do that. And then I always want to eat healthier, and especially I want to drink less soda. Like I drink way too much soda, like all the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and like we always have at least like 12 packs of soda in our house, like at all times, and it's just like we really need to cut back. But the thing is, we started drinking it because we're living over by Seattle. The water that came out of the tap literally tasted kind of like raw sewage. Like
Oh,
it was bad. Like it was horrible water. But now we live in Spokane, the water's actually great out of the tap here. So I want to try to drink more water.
was
But
bad.
yeah, and then let's see. For more like a midterm goal, like I really want to work on fixing my credit. So like I don't really have the best credit, and it mostly goes back to when I was like 18, 19, 20. I just got a bunch of credit cards, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have these credit cards, and I'm gonna buy whatever I want, and
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just pay it. I'll just pay
Oh,
it
yeah.
back whenever. Like it doesn't matter. Like
It's
I'm just gonna like
so
ignore all the
easy to
bills.
get into that, man. I definitely got there kind of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So like the
understand.
credit card bills like got like very out of control to the point where I couldn't even pay them back, and like I had creditors coming after me, and like I just had to ignore all the calls. Like I just couldn't pay it back. Which you think that with my dad being a certified public accountant, he would have taught me a little more about like money management a little bit, but he never did. So
Okay.
sorry, Dad. but I definitely have learned from your example now, Dad. So I probably haven't had a credit card for about 10 years, honestly. But so yeah, I definitely want to do that, and I've been looking at some like pretty solid ways to rebuild credit, and also like do some some investing with my money. Also, I've been looking into some like stock market, looking into like Roth IRAs, looking into like different type of savings accounts and stuff. So I definitely want to try and start doing some of that.
So one of the things I do, and one of the things I've been doing, really adjust. Did I seriously just somehow close out the questions?
I don't know.
Seriously?
We go. If you go back to Facebook Messenger, though, there's a link to him.
Sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
That's just funny. You're like, one of the things that I do is I just close out the questions. I'm like, all right then. But what were you gonna say?
So I was gonna say one of the things I like and I use it kind of starts you kind of investing. You don't have to necessarily put a lot of money in all at once, obviously, but is Stash.
Oh yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. Yeah, my friend David actually got me doing that. I think I put in like $5 like a month basically. So you're buying like parts of it and it kind of gets you into that mindset. Because obviously you like me, you can't necessarily always afford to drop like a bunch of money necessarily in the stock market.
Yeah, right.
But it kind of gives you kind of a way to kind of safely play, yet you kind of get an idea of kind of studying stocks and learning about maybe things you should look for.
Yeah, like one of my friends tried to get me I'm into Robinhood, so he signed up. So he had a link that actually gave me a free stock, and I can't remember which stock that I had, but it was like a pretty legitimate stock, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
but
I use Stash.
I do have one.
Yeah,
but I do have one stock. That's it. So one share of some stock. I'm not even sure. I have to go look at it, but
yeah, but it kind of helps you, and there's a lot of great investing sources in there. You can get into researching stocks,
nice.
that way. So when you kind of eventually get in there, maybe seriously thinking of doing it, you can kind of understand kind of where your money's going.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, because I think that
I wasn't trying to use this as an advertisement for Stash, but I just
it's
love
definitely
it.
interesting.
Yeah,
like I definitely want to look into that for sure.
Things.
Because that actually kind of leads to my long-term goal is that I want to be able to save up enough money to be able to just travel wherever I want, when I want, and not really have to worry about it. Just kind of just like have enough money to just do it.
Absolutely.
And like not really go like overboard, but maybe just like if I want to go on like some like maybe like one or two big trips every year for like a week or two, and then not really have to worry about it. And like not have to worry about like oh, I'm going to be missing work. Oh, like it's going to be like really expensive. I just don't want to worry about it. I just want to go do it.
Exactly. Yes.
But like one of the things though too, and like if you want some like really good investing in advice, you should talk to my brother Aaron. He's amazing at it. So like he knows how to get credit card points, and he knows how to do it in like a really cool way. So he was able to get enough credit card points saved up to take my dad and my brother Cade to Japan. They got to fly first class the whole entire way over there, and they said the first class was amazing. So like you literally get on the airplane, give you some pajamas to wear. You're in this little pod thing where you can like sleep in there. You have your own TV screen inside the little pod thing. You can like literally watch movies. You can order like a full course meal, desserts. They got all kinds of food. And then in all the airports, because they had to go to multiple airports to get to Japan, they got to go to all the first class lounges. And so it's like literally all you can eat food and like super comfy chairs everywhere. It's a separate part that's separate from the rest of the airport. And then get enough points that they could stay at a really super fancy 5-star hotel and like with really good food. That they said like amazing food the whole entire way, and like literally I think the whole thing, like when all was said and done, like he paid literally like less than $100 for all of it, because he he we had all these points saved up, and you can, well, the points eventually expire, and you got to use them before a certain time period, and so like you had to use them, or he was going to lose them, and he invited me to come with him, but he said that I probably would have had to like pitch in a couple hundred or something, and it was right at a time that was like really bad for me, like with my work and my job, kind of like they caught me at a bad time financially. So I was like dang, like I would love to go to Japan, but I can't quite afford it. And I was just like dang, because like for my dad, like he said that's probably one of the like greatest things he's ever done in his entire life, because he actually served a mission in Japan back in like the like late 70s. So like he hasn't been able to go back since. So this is his first time going back. So you got to visit some of the old spots where he used to live. He went back to his old apartment and some stuff like that. So that's pretty cool for him.
That's cool. So I know you just got a notification. That was just me sending you a link to check out Stash if you want to. Gives us both free $20 worth of stock, so you can kind of play around.
Nice. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to look into it for sure, because like that's something that I've been pretty interested in, trying to get into that a little bit.
I love it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I really want to find some way to have my money work for me, so you can really like be able to invest in something, and then you like come back 6 months, a year, like 2-3 years later, and your money is like way more than you put in, you know?
Oh, absolutely. So. Yeah. About long term.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Name a person or people, dead or alive, that you would like to meet. No more than 5, you said.
Okay, so I came up with a 5. So like my 5 are so like one of them is a religious thing. So like anyone who knows anything about the LDS Church, that like we believe that the church was restored back to the earth through a prophet, Joseph Smith. So like I would love to meet him, like whether it's like able to go back in time somehow to be able to meet him, or meet him in the next life, whatever that may be. I mean, I would actually like love to meet him, because he just seemed like a genius of a guy, and he did it all when he was only 14 years old. He was a teenager when he did it all. So
which is surreal.
Yeah, which is like just incredible. Yeah, and then also I would love to meet my favorite basketball player and my favorite athlete of all time, Kevin Garnett. Like that would be amazing. I would just love to meet him. He's one of my personal heroes in life. I'd also love to meet Conan O'Brien. So one of the things on my bucket list is that I want to go, at the very least, to a taping of the Conan O'Brien show. But like I want to like if I can, I want to try to meet him. I think that'd be like amazing. I think he's one of the most funniest human beings on the planet. Like, I love.
So Conan. I didn't always get it, okay, but then once he kind of has his own like Conan show, he's hilarious.
Yeah, like, and also he's like a super humble guy. He doesn't really get into politics like all the rest of them do. He just kind of does just like straight up comedy, just interviewing guests. And then one of the coolest things, that he travels all over the world. So if you watch Conan Without Borders, they actually have all the episodes of Conan Without Borders on Netflix you can watch. And like he literally visits so many countries, and like he that gives all these people like just like all these opportunities to like be on his show. He donates money, like he does all these things. So like he's been everywhere. He's been to Japan, he's been to like South Korea, he's been to Mexico, he's been to like Haiti. And one of the funny things too, like he went to Haiti right after Trump called it a hellhole, so he kind of wanted to stick it to him, and then like go and like show the world how great Haiti is. It's not a hellhole; it's actually like an awesome place. So he went there. He's been to Ghana in Africa. He's been to like Italy. He's been to England. Like he's been everywhere. He's been to Ireland because he's Irish. He's from Ireland, so he's been to Ireland multiple times. So yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Just seeing him, just go, because like he's just so hilarious to me. Like he'll just say just like normal everyday things that a normal person would say, but when he says them, it just cracks me up. Like I don't know, it's just so funny.
Yeah.
But probably 2 other ones, because I don't want to go over 5. But like I would love to meet Michael J. Fox. I think like he'd be awesome to meet, especially before the Parkinson's gets like too bad. Like I
Right.
like love to meet him. So
absolutely. I think he's definitely an inspiration.
Yeah, and like I just think that like when he got Parkinson, that was like a huge loss to the world. Like he's a fighter though. I mean, like he
is.
Uh, he still tries to act. He still does all the interviews. He still goes out to like Comic Cons and things like that. So like despite having all of that, he still fights pretty hard. And
that would be incredible to meet Michael J. Fox. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then also too, for anyone dead or alive, I would have loved to meet Chris Farley. I just feel like that would just be like a whole experience in itself. He's just so like big and bombastic and just full of energy and life and stuff that like I think that would have been amazing to meet Chris Farley.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Favorite drink?
I don't know if I really have a favorite drink. Really, like I really like Italian sodas. Like I drink those every once in a while, and then also like I just really like orange juice and apple juice. Really,
okay.
Like I drink a lot of that kind of stuff.
Definitely can knock around with apple juice.
Yep,
that's my favorite juice.
Yeah, for sure.
Least favorite foods or drinks?
So this one I have a handful of them because there's a lot of foods. Like I'm a little bit of a picky eater sometimes, but I definitely hate tomatoes. I think tomatoes are the devil's fruit. I fucking hate tomatoes. They're disgusting. But while I was on my mission, I had a companion who'd always buy tomatoes and he'd just eat them like an apple and like he'd like rub it in my face. Like, hey, he'd be like, hey, Elder Anderson, check this out. And he just like take a big bite. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't. I can't watch. It's like so bad. I'm like, no.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, so definitely hate tomatoes. Definitely hate almonds. I think almonds are gross. I think that they just taste like shards of wood chips in your mouth. They're just it's not good. I don't like very many sharp cheeses. Like I like my cheese very very mild. Like I don't like blue cheese.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't like feta cheese. I don't like Romano cheese. I don't like goat cheese. Any of that, like gorgonzola. No, I don't like any of that stuff. Yeah. It's
so I do like some goat cheeses, but yeah, dude, I hate feta cheese. I think feta cheese is just gross.
Yeah, it's just gross.
It's like like sad cheese if cheese is left out to die, basically.
Yeah, right. Literally that kind of cheese needs to be like drug out into a pasture and just like put out of its misery, just shot. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then, and also, I don't like cucumbers. I can't stand cucumbers. But I do like pickles. But I don't like cucumbers. So, and I hate kale and also lettuce. I hate kale and lettuce. Like I'm not a big salad eater, as you can tell. I hate all the ingredients of most salads. But
you're like just bacon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just want the bacon. That's my kind of salad right there. Just a bowl full of bacon bits. Yeah, with some ranch dressing on top.
Yes.
But definitely tofu. I don't like tofu. I think that's gross. So I don't like bananas either because for me, bananas is more of a texture thing. I just had so many little kids around that have just taken bananas and smashed them into the carpet, or my family we had a trampoline, and growing up, and all my younger siblings would just take bananas and just swish it into the trampoline, and it get all stuck in there. It's just gross to me. And then also, I'm not a big seafood eater. I don't really like most seafood. The only seafood I can really eat is basically it has to be breaded for me to be able to enjoy it. So like shrimp or fish if it's breaded. But the weird thing is though, I actually love sushi for some reason. I don't know what it is about sushi, but I love sushi. It's just one of those weird things.
Raw.
Yeah, it's raw fish, but I hate all other types of fish because whenever I'll go to someone's house, we're having smoked salmon, I'm like, oh, I can't eat it, or trout. We're having tilapia or whatever it is. Some have some of this halibut or whatever. I'm like, no, I can't do it. No. make me gag. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that.
So let's see. Favorite candy or candy bars?
It's my favorite candy bar without question, but it's getting harder and harder to find it. It's becoming kind of more rare. But my favorite candy bar is a Butterfinger Crisp. Like,
Oh
you ever had that
yeah.
before? Yeah, those are like really
Yes,
good.
man. Dude, you
I love.
introduced me to it, man. Because I
Yeah,
was
like
like,
I just
what? Why am I getting Butterfinger Crisp? And you're like, your
because it's
world's gonna be
amazing.
changed, Chris. That's why.
Yeah.
And it's
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
dude, you introduced
Seriously.
me also to Butterfinger. They had
The
like
Butterfinger
Butterfinger
cups.
Reese's. Yeah, Butterfinger
Yeah.
cups. Oh
Yeah.
my
Butterfinger cups.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are
Yeah.
amazing too. Yeah. But Butterfinger at Crisp, they just have like the mixture of the Butterfinger uh, with the wafers are like a really good combination. But then for a runner up though, I actually really like whatchamacallits. That's
Yes.
one of my runner ups. So yeah,
And those are getting
they're
harder to
good.
find too, which is sad. Love
Yeah,
those
they are.
candy
Yeah,
bars.
yeah. The whatchamacallit is like some like I don't know if if my dad grew up on them, but like I remember he always bought us whatchamacallits. Like and he would always eat whatchamacallits. So I don't know. It's one of those things.
Those things are so good. Let's
Yeah.
see. Favorite snack or junk food?
So definitely like I'm a huge chips and dip person. For some reason I don't really like chips that much. Just solo by themselves. You gotta have dip. And like I actually found some of the most amazing dips. So I actually found it at the Western Idaho Fair. They had a stand where they have all the little dips you can try, and they have one that's called a Spice Above, the name of the company. But they have some of the most amazing dip I've ever had in my life. They just send you the like packets, and you just mix 1 cup of mayonnaise with 1 cup of sour cream, and then you have the dip mix, and oh yeah, it's some good stuff. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, so definitely that, and then also I really like the like urban cheese with like crackers dip too. So you the like little I forget the name of the brand. I think it's called like Alouette or something like that. But yeah, they have those like usually at the front of most grocery stores near the deli, and then
Oh
also
yes, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that's some good
So
stuff.
good.
And
Yes.
then and also too, whenever I can find them, so they have the like chocolate dip pretzels. But if you can, I can never find the Butterfinger dip pretzels. Those are incredible. Those are like some of the best thing. They're like crack.
I still remember that's also something like it was a game night and you're like, I have Butterfinger pretzels. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Butterfinger pretzels? And I
Yeah.
like straight like mainlined the Butterfinger pretzels. And it was
Yeah.
like, well, I
Yeah.
guess
Those
you
are
don't have any
amazing.
of our Butterfinger pretzels anymore, Jordan.
Yep. Sorry. It's mysteriously
Sorry,
vanished.
not sorry. They vanished. I don't know where they went.
Yeah. But
Oh,
they
yeah.
also have we also have Butterfinger popcorn now too. That's like it's like Butterfinger covered popcorn. That's good stuff too.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. And then also too, like from time to time, I'll make some. Well, I think there's another thing that I might have made for a game night. I put some white chocolate cinnamon popcorn. That stuff's amazing. Yes, that stuff's
Yes.
amazing.
Your white chocolate cinnamon popcorn is some of the most amazing stuff.
Yeah,
Seriously. Yeah.
and it's like super easy to make. You just buy the like white chocolate bark. It's like we're like by the chocolate chips, and you just melt it down, and then you just put it all over popcorn. Usually I use kettle corn, but you can use any kind of popcorn. And then you just sprinkle cinnamon sugar and just mix it all up in a bowl, and that's all you need. And it is incredible. But yeah.
All right. So, favorite fruit or vegetable?
My favorite fruit's definitely pineapple. I actually love pineapple. I could probably sit there and like eat a whole fresh pineapple like in one sitting. Yeah.
Easy.
And especially grilled pineapple. Like grilled pineapple is amazing. Yeah.
Grilled pineapple is amazing.
Yeah. And then probably for vegetables, I don't like too many vegetables, but like I probably have to go with like corn or peas. Probably those are like two of my go-to. So
The one thing I don't like is peas, man. I don't
you don't like
know.
peas, huh? Oh, you
No,
want
dude,
to
they're like super
one of
mushy.
those
Like,
guys? Really?
yeah,
Well,
they're like
especially canned peas. I can't really do like really any vegetables out of a can.
well, it's like, yeah, I can't do canned corn, because someone's like,
Yeah.
I have canned
No.
corn. Ew. It tastes
Ew,
like
yeah.
watered sadness.
Yeah, right. Yeah, seriously.
It's like the corn just kind of died. And then here it
It's
is.
like sadness in liquid form, pretty much. It's like liquid corn.
Yes.
It's not even a
Yes.
solid state sometimes.
No, it's not. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh. Favorite clothing brands?
So, like, really, I don't really have like a real favorite, like for clothing brand. I mean, usually my go-to is either Hurley or Quicksilver, like probably one of those. So that, or I end up wearing a lot of Nike stuff or Under Armour. So like probably just one of those. I mean, I tried to see if I had a favorite a brand for like jeans, because recently like I have a favorite pair of jeans that's actually Nautica. So like I like Nautica a lot, or even Echo for jeans. Like I wear those a lot. But I mean, nothing really that I'm like obsessed over though. I just kind of
I like Hurley.
Yeah,
I love Hurley.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, there you go.
Let's see. Favorite TV shows?
Okay, so this one might be a little loaded. I got a list for it.
Right? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Definitely have a list. So let me pull it up really quick. Let's see. Oops, if I can spell it right. Let's see. Okay, so I'll just go through just like a quick. Probably. I'm gonna go with the top 15, just because there's certain shows I really want to give a shout out to. So definitely Friday Night Lights. I mentioned earlier that's an amazing show. Seinfeld, I think it's a classic. I love Seinfeld. Then Impractical Jokers. My wife got me into watching Impractical Jokers originally, and then like I was hooked. We went and saw them live when they came into town. We got to meet them all. Like that was awesome. Yeah, so
dude, they're coming here, man. I'm so jealous. They're one of those like that would be one of my bucket lists. My wife can't stand them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how my wife. So her ex-husband, who actually passed away, he hated them Impractical Jokers. She's like, so she says like, I'm now married to someone who actually likes the show, and I can actually watch the show like together with you. So that's awesome. So yeah, that's one of the things we always do together. Then I also like Scrubs. Like I think that show's like one of my like favorite classic shows to watch. Like I've never really been huge into like medical shows. Like I tried watching ER and like even House. Like I love the Hugh Laurie as an actor. I think he's an incredible actor, but like just medical shows never really hooked me.
Oh,
But
I watched every episode of that show religiously when it aired.
Oh, nice. Yeah. But like for me, like Scrubs for some reason, like it's the only show that I could really get on board when it came to a medical show, because you had so much humor. Then at the end, you always had a feel good moment too. That wasn't cheesy. It wasn't too like over the top. So it was like that. Let's see. And yes, my schedule is flexible. Sorry, I just saw your little message.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, we're totally fine. To maybe go.
Okay.
We can go another 10 minutes or so, and then maybe call it good. But and then I also got to mention a show, Reaper, which is a show that like never really got
yes,
like another. Well, like it never really got like a lot of like what do you want to say? Like a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Well, like it wasn't really very well known. It's one of those shows that like aired on the CW network and then just kind of got forgotten. But like it's an amazing show. So it's basically this guy, his parents, and they sold his soul to the devil when he was a baby, because his mom had cancer, and so they wanted a cure for cancer, and so they sold his soul. So basically, he has to. Well, like it doesn't kick in until he turns 18. When he turns 18, he has to be a bounty hunter for the devil, and he has to go and like catch all these souls. But there's so much humor in the show that show's absolutely hilarious. And then there's one of the best kind of like will they won't they love stories in that show. And then also too like one of the like, so I call him like the number 2 star of the show. Forget the actor's name, but he kind of looks and acts a lot like Jack Black in the show, and he's absolutely hilarious. So freaking.
So I had
Tyler,
never. Sorry.
I was gonna say his name's Tyler Labine. Is his name? Like he's hilarious. He actually has his own series on Hulu where like he can see like ghosts and spirits, and he kind of goes ghost hunting. But yeah.
What, really?
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's like here I want to look up Tyler Labine Hulu show. It's it's called Deadbeat. So like so it's a comedy, but he's a ghost hunter, and he like kind of just like contacts spirits from the other side for people, and that kind of helps him get in touch with people that passed away. But it's like hilarious because like he can kind of do it, but he's also not very good at it. He's like it only kind of like his power only kicks in once in a while, and so he kind of just like scams these people out of money, and it's like pretty funny some of the things he comes up with. But yeah. Let's see what else did I have here. So there's Reaper. Then I gotta throw the Mandalorian on there because I thought the Mandalorian was absolutely incredible. Of course, I got my Mandalorian shirt on, and then also the series 11/23/63 that was based on the Stephen King book. I thought that series was like absolutely incredible. On the last episode, I actually cried because like I was so.
Oh yeah.
So I'm emotionally invested in the love story, and I don't want to spoil anything, but like the ending of that was really get to you though. There's a lot that's invested in like over the course of the series.
And that was one of those books that I absolutely loved, and they did a really, really good job with it.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a different like type of a story for Stephen King. I feel like it's not really like the normal horror, but it was really, really good though. Yeah. And also, I got to throw Cobra Kai up there. I thought Cobra Kai was absolutely incredible, and it took so long for me to be able to get my wife hooked on it because, like, I asked her probably for about 2 years to like watch the show. I'm like seriously, you got to watch Cobra Kai. It's amazing. It's one of like the most incredible shows I've ever seen. And she kept saying, "Nope, I'm not going to watch it. No, I don't want to watch it." And finally, when she watched it, she became hooked from like the second that she started watching it. She was just hooked, and now she can't wait for the next season. So, which is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I'm also Fringe. Like,
oh yeah,
I was hooked on Fringe. I own every single season on DVD, and like especially John Noble, who played Walter Bishop. He's also in the Lord of the Rings. Like he is an incredible actor. Just like what he's able to like pull off the like kind of like genius doctor that's also like slightly crazy and just does some kind of crazy.
Wait, so he's in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. He's
How
in
do
Lord
I
of the Rings.
not know this?
He plays King Theoden, so like he's one of the kings that they like meet along the way. Yeah, he's the king in that movie. The one that's kind of like sort of like brainwashed for a little bit, and they get him to like snap out of it and becomes one of their allies. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so like.
Oh.
He's an incredible actor, yeah, for sure. And also I got to throw Stranger Things in there because especially the third season I thought was like absolutely incredible, like some of the best TV that I've ever seen. So yeah,
man.
I was blown away.
The show just gets unbelievably better and better. Yeah.
Yeah, and the next season they're supposedly they're not going to be in Hawkins anymore. They're going to be somewhere else. I think they're going to have a lot of the same cast, but just going to be take place somewhere else. So it's actually like expanding the universe kind of outside the little town they live in,
That's
which
awesome.
is kind of cool. Yeah, and then so I'm getting into my top 5 of all time. So my actual top 5 goes Stranger Things and The Simpsons. I'm a diehard Simpson fan. Like I've seen almost every episode. Like I absolutely love The Simpsons. Like I could watch that show over and over and over. It's one of those shows that has like infinite rewatchability for me. I could just keep watching it over and over. And then Breaking Bad, like that's an incredible show. So I got to throw Breaking Bad in there. Also Lost. Like Lost is one of those shows where like for parts of like the second season, especially like or like towards the end of the first, I was like crying almost every episode. So and like just like blown away by the things that they would come up with and the mystery they created. So, and then my number 1 favorite show of all time, like without a doubt, is Boy Meets World. Like I grew up with Boy Meets World. I love that. Just the relationship between Sean and Corey, and then Corey and Topanga, and then at one of the Comic Cons, I got to meet the older brother Eric Wilfredell. So
that's
I got
so
a picture
damn
with him
cool,
and stuff.
man.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And like even I even got a little autograph in, and then the autograph he wrote "Plays with Squirrels" from the show on there, which is cool.
That's great.
So yep. So yeah, that's the list of my favorite TV shows. So that's it.
So I know we've never done like 3 parts ever to one of these, but I feel like I really don't want to end here because we still have so many good questions.
Right, there's like, a lot of good ones.
Ridiculously good questions to do. Okay?
Yeah.
And I really think that I want everybody to know more of you and why I, without a doubt, jump on these shows and do them with you, man. Because you're one of my best friends I've ever known, you know? And I know that I shouldn't butter you up like this, but it's like that's why I do them with you, man. Because it's like it's fun.
I know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Like I know.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'm amazing.
I hear it all the time. Don't worry.
As flashes from my shrine to you and a little straight to your hair.
Yeah.
But I know, unfortunately, you have to adult as well today.
Yeah, I got to go out and do a few hours of work today. I'm just like kind of like having like a little bit of a more easy day because I get to choose my own schedule. So tomorrow's going to be packed. I'm getting up early tomorrow, but today's a light day for me. So yeah. But yeah.
So do you want to kind of close here? I mean, we're at a good point right now because I know the next question. I mean, we're going to dive into some awesome YouTube shows, podcasts, you know, pair of band singers, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we ended right now at we're at question 103 out of 200.
Yeah, so we're only halfway through, but I mean, we'll see how far
we're gonna get there. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm definitely down for a part 3 because I just kind of feel like I mean, going forward, I don't mind doing it like multiple parts just because it's like when you release it on YouTube, like you release them over time, and so it's not really like anyone has to really sit down and watch part 1 and then immediately part 2, part 3. You can kind of space them out, and eventually too, like I have a good a list lined up of the next people that I'm going to be interviewing. Actually, coming up tonight, I'm going to be interviewing my brother Aaron, so that should be pretty interesting. But it's like eventually, I'm probably going to have a little lull. So like because once I go through like most of my friends and family, I'm going to start reaching out to some people from the online community.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
But to have the like part 1, part 2, part 3 to kind of fill some of those gaps. So yeah, like I'm definitely game for a part 3 for sure.
Well, and I just think in general, especially when you're watching, this show on your channel, we also have movie tier ranker fights. You also now have Saturday Night Live, which led me to watch the first episode. Oh my gosh, Ben. So hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gets better and better from the beginning of
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. It just didn't.
Yeah.
Yep, they improve it over time.
But I think it's a good way to see, what drives you and why you do all these shows.
Yeah,
For sure,
right.
buddy.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely have quite a few. Like I think probably I'm at a pretty good point. I have 2 shows kind of in the works, but like definitely like I definitely have to be an adult. I definitely have to go like work a 9 to 5 job, and then in addition do all these shows. And so I mean,
yep,
I have a show that I've been kind of kicking around. That's like top 10 list where like people bring in their like top 10 favorite things of like different topics. So there's that. And then also when I can start traveling more, I want to start doing some travel vlogs. So just like bring the camera with me, and like wherever I go, just kind of just capture it all on video. So yeah, so those are some things in the works. I don't know when exactly those will happen. Right. It could be anywhere from 1 month to a year, just like somewhere.
That would be awesome.
Somewhere down the line, but yeah, for now we got. So let's give a little plug here. We got 1v200. We got blind spots coming up, and we got live from Movie Hero. It's Saturday night, and then we also have tier ranker fights. So I mean, that's a pretty good slate to.
So like, man, I am always plugging our shows at work. Like,
oh nice.
In fact, it was kind of funny. Someone was buying a bunch of food for their dog or whatever, and I was like, yeah, like in that episode of Blind Spots that I was just doing, where we talked about Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch, yep.
Yep. And I was like, he gets to the end of his paycheck, he's like, $500? How does this cost that much money?
Yeah, it's right, ridiculous.
Exactly. It's a dog.
What am I buying? Smoked salmon? Come on.
Right? Yeah. So my coworker, when the guy walked away, he goes, did you really just plug your own show?
Like, yes, I did.
I kind of did, yeah. Absolutely did. It's okay. Yep. For sure, buddy. Yeah. All right, man. Well, you have a wonderful day.
You too, man. Yeah. I guess I'll throw up the little banner here. Usually, I usually throw it up near the end of the show. But
absolutely, we can do that.
But where can the people find you, Chris?
So a good place to find me is on Twitter at writer_84 and on Instagram at cscott1128. And of course, hit us at. Do you want to do the email? Because I know that's
So we're going to email that's moviehero2121. So if you ever have any questions for us, if you have any topics that you think we should have covered for any of our shows, and also we're always looking for some guests to maybe be on some first and foremost tier ranker fight. So our next tier ranker fight is actually going to be Friday night. So it's going to be Friday night. We're thinking 5 p.m. Pacific time, but it may be kind of give or take an hour or two based on everyone's schedule, because that's one of the cool things that I always like to do is like I don't really have real set times for my shows. I kind of film around everybody's schedule and what works best for them. It always makes it a little easier to have guests and people be on the show. So, but just watch for that on Friday night. That one's going to go live for sure, and we're going to be talking about the best Disney/Pixar animated movies. We're going to be ranking all of them. So
it's going to be a real battle for sure.
Yep, it'll be a fun debate. Yep.
All right.
But so, and I talked about all the other shows on the YouTube channel. I just want to give a shout out to our Facebook group. So I'll just put that there.
Yeah.
We got a Facebook group that's called the Schmodown Friends and Family, and basically, if you want to learn more about the Schmodown, you can come to do that. But then also, if you have anything that you want to promote, if you have a YouTube channel that you're working on, if you have any kind of special projects you might be working on, you want to get some more eyes on it, definitely this is a place that you can feel free to share all of that. And then usually I always try to give a little shout out on my personal page. If anyone in the group wants to try to get some out there, I'll definitely share it on my Facebook or Twitter, something like that. So yeah, but this has been a lot of fun. So yeah, I guess we're gonna get ready for a part 3, maybe coming at you in about a week. We'll do part 3 or so.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so yeah, for 1v200, this has been Chris Scott, Casablanca Kid, and I have been Jordan Anderson. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.